All right. I think we are now live. Yo, let's go. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. PE Live and JOJO. Man, I'm excited to talk about, you guessed it, video games and much more today. We got some other stuff. Actually, not much. Well, much more other video game stuff, but and whatever else nonsense that we always find ourselves getting into trouble with. So, what's good, everyone? Seriously, it's awesome to talk with you guys once again. Like I said, we got a pretty stacked show talking about this new report from Bloomberg. We kind of touched on it yesterday, but I was able to actually read the full report. And yeah, it debunks every single one of these grifters, these stock watchers. It debunks every single one of those. And of course, none of them covered it, of course. Of course, none of them covered it. But if you're to believe the report, that is, hypothetically speaking. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA. I've been addicted to Pokemon Legends ZA. I've been playing it pretty much non-stop, like whenever I can. Whenever I can sneak some time in, I've been playing it. I've had to 2 hours plus or whatever, drains my battery, charge it, 2 hours plus, drains my battery. So I've definitely been getting a lot of time in. It's like sneakily addictive, even in the city setting, which I didn't think I was going to be as much a fan of. But once you actually start moving around there, it's kind of cool. You know, without the loading screens or having to, if you want to go to a different biome, go to a different loading screen. You know, you can just go anywhere in that big city. So it's kind of more seamless than a lot of the other Pokemon games. Not all of the Pokemon games, but a lot of the other Pokemon games. So yeah, interesting. So we're going to talk about that some more. We're going to discuss secret Nintendo Switch 2 games that could be coming because of this report. We're going to discuss, what else? We're going to discuss quite a number of different things. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Upcoming games as well that you guys are looking forward to. All right, so let's go and get into shout outs, shall we? Dior was here first. One of the always first Elite Ninja. Let's go. Shout outs to my man Dior. General Zamora, Party Man, General Zamora. The Three Musketeers right there, man. Shout outs, guys. Daniel C got his Switch 2. Hey, yo, let's go, man. Listen, guys. I'm probably going to do this in a video. I've been seeing a lot of people with their Nintendo Switch 2s and Pokemon Legends Z8. Man, I've been seeing a lot of those ghetto cut the box in half with the little white banner Pokemon Legends. I've been seeing a lot of those bundles on Twitter. And not every single one, but I've been seeing a lot, man. I think it definitely helped move a few. So we'll see about that. Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Sidious, what's up, Sidious? David V, Switch 2 Gaming. What's up, Switch 2 Gaming? Are you Bluncy? I think you're Bluncy. I think you have the same picture, right? 777, what's up, Triple OG, Double OG? Ego Maniac. ZA has some bite to it. It's nice to have some pushback in the Pokemon game. Yeah, absolutely. Something like the alpha Pokemon and stuff. What's up, Huddy? 2 days in a row of notifications working. Maybe YouTube has it fixed. I just got done working out. I was actually going to take a nap before the stream, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to feel like fat and lazy if I do that. So let me actually go work out before the stream. So got my fat butt up and went and worked out in my backyard. So it was nice. But I am just a little parched, so I'll be drinking water throughout the stream. What's up, Egomaniac? What's good, man? Welcome. What's up, Justin? What's up, Andres Molina? Says, sup? Another addicting game. Yes. Another little addicting game. I mean, for me, it's pretty good. Like, the game just came out, and I put like 8-9 hours into it. So definitely a bit. I mean, I have other stuff that I got to do. I got to, edit, work. I got to take care of my boy. Of course, take care of the household. But when I'm not doing that, I'm playing Pokemon Legends ZA. So far so good. 91 Gamer Boy, what's good, man? Welcome. Time for the grifters to wave the white flag. They're not gonna wave the white flag because the white flag cost them green money. So they're not going to do that. Westside OM. What's up, Westside OM? What's up, Dawson? What's up, D Money? Shout outs to the long-term Elite Ninjas. Okay, yeah, you're Bluntsy. Okay, got you. What's up, Zombie Tech Pad? The reporting in. Let's go, man. What is good? I've been loving Legends. Yeah, I didn't want to sleep last night, but I had to. Yeah, exactly, David. Don't want to. I mean, I didn't want to stop streaming the game outside of people being annoying, outside of a couple people being just insufferable during my stream. But I didn't want to stop streaming it. I was excited to keep playing. Like today, I didn't want to stop playing it. Yeah, obviously the battery dies because I play it portable because it's such a fun game to play portable. Although controls wise, it's definitely better to play docked with a pro controller. So you can have the option for the extra buttons and like also the lock on button in terms of like pressing this, the lock on button and how you have to hold it down to hold the moves up. It's not like a toggle, which is they should definitely put the option to toggle it. But on the portable, the buttons don't have enough plush and don't have enough like it feels a little strenuous kind of pressing that down. Give me 1 second. My phone is going off for some reason. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Yes. Sorry guys, my alarm usually goes off. I have multiple different alarms just to make sure that I don't miss streaming, that I don't forget that I have to stream. So I'll have one go off like at 3, I'll have one go off like at 4, because usually like sometimes I get sidetracked playing with my boy, or I just don't look at the time. So yeah. That's what happens when you work from home. Sometimes you got to remember to work. General Zamora with the $5 dono, and I'm gonna get off these other comments here too. Perfect time for ZA to release. I'll be playing in handheld during my trip to Palm Springs tomorrow. MK World theme. Yo, Palm Springs, let's go. Mario Kart. Ooh, that's gonna be a great game to play portable on the way to Palm Springs with the good weather too. Mario Kart Worlds theme. Shout outs to General Zamora. Thank you for the $5 striking that first Ninja Blood. Yo, I appreciate that, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $5 dono. You are the Hokage Stream Ninja. Anybody do more than 5, you can tie up or pass up General Zamora on the board on JoJo Friday. Only managed to get an hour in. Oh man, I plan on playing tonight though. After I eat, work be taking over. Man, that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens, man. Work be taking over. General Zamora. Thank you for the 5. Also, coming in here, Simeon Coin with the $5. This evening, OJ just getting in. I've been playing ZA on Switch 1 and got rank W, and now I'm playing Switch 2 version to get caught up the current rank. Why? ZA is great. Okay, interesting. Switching off there. That's okay, man. However you get it done, it's all good. Simeon Coin. Thank you so much, man, for the coins. I appreciate that. We got a 2-way tie at the top of the board. Simeon Coin and General Zamora. Once again, anybody does 5 or more, you can tie them up or pass them up. And remember, if you do drop a dono, make sure you put your music request in the chat. Combo breaks. Let's go. Full combo rewards and effects in play today, guys. Let's go. Hope your 49ers are ready for B-John. He's a beast. Go Falcons. All right, man. Sounds good. Gaming Mariner. What's up, Gaming Mariner? Physical copy of Pokemon ZA from the Pokemon Center along with Totodile stuffed animal. Nice. Let's go. Toady. Let's see. Been loving ZA. Didn't want. Okay, I already read that. Shout out to David V. Someone who really likes X and Y. I'm really liking the story so far, says Justin. Yo, let's go. I'm almost done with Hades 2. Then I'm going to start up Pokemon. There you go, man. Get Hades 2 done. Let's go. 18 hours in. Yo, let's go, Justin. This man's putting in major work. Pokemon is the classic quintessential portable experience. Yes, it really is. It's like one of the OG, like, this is what made portable gaming what it is. Like, without Pokemon, I don't know if Nintendo is the beast when it comes to portable gaming. Like, yes, they had the Game Boy and that did good, but Pokemon took it to the next level, you know? It really did. Really did. Shout outs, though. I may return ZA, to be honest. Return it. If you don't like it, then return it. Hey, OJ. Hi, OJ. I had a video idea pop in my head when I was showering. Kind of wanted to have a vid venting over FE Engage OST order, and I'd over-exaggerate it in a more comedic way. Sure, try it. See what happens, man. I mean, I don't know. I should have filled my water up a little bit more. It's almost running out. Hey, what's up, Epic Globster? What's good, man? Let's see here. My music request is Mega Man 4 Skull Man Stage. Okay, Skull Man Stage. Okay. Says ZA is barely mid though. My graphics are cat crap. The environment is buried and the combat is so lame. I wish they went turn based. Is barely mid. Okay, so are you just saying it is mid, or are you saying that it's bad? Or is that what you're saying? Well, yeah. If you don't like it, I mean, you don't have to like the game. I love the combat. I think the combat is really fun once you actually, know what you're doing. I think the combat is fantastic. I think that's probably the best thing about the game is the music and the combat. Those are the two best things about Pokemon Legends ZA. But once again, you don't have to like it if you don't think it's very good or if you're not enjoying it. I like the fact that they're moving away from just turn-based because they already have a turn-based game. Like, they already have a normal turn-based game. Scarlet and Violet is regular turn-based. I want them to kind of differentiate Legends from the typical turn-based games. So I don't mind them going further and further into the action RPG realm. Let that be Legends, and then let the turn-based be the turn-based. So I mean, I don't need two of the same turn-based. Like, it's okay to have two separate things, in my opinion, at least. Because we just got Legends Arceus, which was turn-based, and that was great. But I mean, if it was just the same thing here again, then I don't know. I think that there'd be no evolution. I think Legends kind of trying to get a little bit more action elements into it, and then really Legends ZA really just said, okay, we're gonna really do like more action, like with cooldowns. I mean, it's a really interesting form of turn-based. Let's just say that, you know. Says the movement is so restricted though. I don't know what that means, but I mean, okay, sure. Let's see here. I mean, it's not like an action RPG like, you know, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth. Pokemon don't move like that for the most part. At least the gameplay wouldn't. I mean, it's not like you control the Pokemon and like you're fighting yourself. That's not what it is. You're giving a Pokemon orders. So as a trainer, so you can't make it to where like you're, you know, like you're Caesar and like you're doing combos like Sheik or something like that. That wouldn't make sense for a Pokemon game. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, if you don't like it, just return it. If you think it's a downgrade, then that's fine. You don't have to like it. You know, you don't have to like it. Don't return it. Go play Arceus. Go play something else. It's simple. It takes time to get used to switching between Pokemon during battles. You eventually get used to it. Oh yeah, sometimes switching is so key because they'll be getting ready to do a move. You can switch right in the middle of that, and then it can miss. But the Pokemon always has like a little bit of a cooldown, like when they come out. So it does open you up for like another big attack. You know, so there is that aspect of it too. What's up, Kinesis? Welcome. Legends EA is okay, and only okay. Battle system is surprisingly good, but moving during battle is annoying. I don't know why you guys are having trouble moving during battle. It's very simple and easy to move during battle. So I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. I played it for hours. I don't have any trouble moving during battle. So yeah. Let's see. I'm rage baiting you, OJ. My bad. I actually like the game. Played it all day when I was supposed to be at work. Okay, shoutouts. You can Mega Evolve attacks. Again, I think it gives you like a little bit of invulnerability, like when you Mega Evolve. Yeah. The wait period during Switch sucks. It would be broken for competitive if they just made it to where you can switch the Pokemon and there's no cooldown at all. If you play the turn-based Pokemon games, you can't just throw out your next Pokemon then attack on that same turn. You have to wait. So like, let's say you pull in a Pokemon and then you put out your next Pokemon. You can't just go that same turn. So that would also be the same thing here. Like if you just pull out a new Pokemon, it can't just start attacking right away. There has to be some type of strategy involved with pulling out a Pokemon and then putting in a new one. Otherwise, like I said, it becomes kind of unfair or broken, or it doesn't mimic what you do like in the turn-based games where you can't just put out the Pokemon then attack right away. It takes one turn. So yeah. I found a shiny Magikarp. My shiny luck is going strong. Man, I have not found a single shiny Pokemon. I never found any shiny Pokemon. What's up, DE235? It's not hard to having Tepe get caught in the edge of a bush and missing a rollout sucks big time. I think it's a skill issue, Seth. If you're getting caught on the side of bushes, I'm not getting caught on the side of bushes. So might be a little bit of a skill issue, my man. Keep on working at it, though. Keep on working at it. Let's see here. I'm not trying to be mean, honestly not trying to be mean, but it might be a little bit of a skill issue. Let's see here. The only thing that's throwing me off is sending the Pokemon and throwing the Pokeballs. Yeah, like, it takes a little bit of time to get used to. That's why I said if you have the Pro Controller, obviously portable play is great, but if you have the Pro Controller, you can quickly do it because you can just assign it to here and then quickly just be able to get whatever Pokemon you need. But you can't do that when you're playing portable, at least. I'm doing good, Kevin. What's up, man? Shoutouts. Man, you have such a bad luck with shinies. Almost every streamer I've seen has been able to catch a shiny in this game. I have terrible luck with shinies. You know, it's either I never see them or like I don't notice them. It's probably more of me not noticing them more than me not getting them. It's probably more of that, to be honest, man. It's probably more of that. Hey, what's up, Bead Queen? How you doing today, young lady? Welcome to the stream. Simeon Corn, did you want a track? I don't know. I don't think you asked for any music, and I know you usually ask for music. Yo, what up, John D? Welcome. What is good? What is good? Let's see. Gosh, 2 shinies in the same area, 50 feet from one another, freaked out like crazy. That's wild, man. Oh man, I just haven't been able to get any. I have like the worst luck though, but you know what? Don't worry, I'm gonna get that shiny charm, and I'm gonna start doing some shiny hunting if I ever can. I don't care about shinies. I don't like super care about them that much. I think that's the problem. The problem is since I don't care, I'm not paying enough attention to if the Pokemon is shiny or not. And I'm pretty sure it's happened to me before, but I do remember running into like a shiny Golbat or something like that back in the day. I forgot Diamond and Pearl, or forgot whatever it was. I think I caught one. But yeah, dude, I barely run into them. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm enjoying ZA, man. I think it's fun, dude. I think it's fun. It needs to hire Ghost of Yote for Ghost of Yote movement programmers. Ghost of Yote movement programmers. I don't think Game Freak needs to hire Ghost of Yote movement programmers, and I don't think the people that work at Sucker Punch are going to want to just jump ship and move to Japan and go to work there. Ghost of Yote, that's Sucker Punch. They're here in the U.S. And Game Freak, they're in Japan. So I don't think they're going to want to up and just reroute their life and move to Japan, or have to be in Japan to create games when they're doing just fine living in America and working for Sucker Punch. So no. So no, they're not going to do that. Let's see here. Catching them is very easy. You're already holding to focus. Just attack. Keep holding. To just done. I don't know what you're talking about, Switch 2 Gaming. You just started saying catching what is very easy. What are you talking about? Nintendo haters suffering from serious Nintendo derangement syndrome. There's definitely some of that going on right now. Let's see here. What rank are you in ZA? I've barely even done the ZA battles. Like, I've only done one. I've just been running around the city, catching Pokemon, getting 100% in the wild zones, doing side quests. Like, I've barely even been doing the regular game, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, movement programmers. That's what we need. Movement programmers, yes. The all-important movement programmers. Oh man, that's the job title. I am here for movement, and I program. So there you go. I've been waiting for Metroid so much. I recently bought Splatoon, and now I'm not waiting for anything. All I need is Splatoon. All right, there you go. Let's say I didn't know ZA was supposed to be a samurai action game. It is now. You know what I'm saying? I still think you should let me help you find your first shiny in a marathon stream. I promise you, you'll find one in 30 minutes or less. Okay, we can do that for sure, Justin. I got you, man. I got you. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. The marathon stream should be this month for sure, before the end of the month. So we'll definitely pick a day and we'll get that going too. Shout outs though. A lot of people act so weird about Pokemon. I've never seen this many people talk about something they so-called hate. I think because it's a big franchise, a lot of people grew up with Pokemon or they know about it. But there's definitely like a lot of like fakers out there, like people that don't even like Pokemon, regardless of whatever they did. They played it when they were little. They don't really care anymore, but they got to have something to say about it. I saw like one big YouTuber. I searched his channel. He's like a really big YouTuber. He's like one of those guys that everything's always bad. Like the industry's trying to like kill everybody, you know, like he's one of those guys. He's very popular. and he's like, he quote tweeted somebody talking about like Digimon and Pokemon. And he's like, oh yeah, I recently started playing Digimon, and yeah, this is not just a kid's game, it's just like a shit game. And I'm just like, so I looked through his profile. Dude hasn't made a single tweet about Digimon. He hasn't made a single tweet. He has 0 videos on Digimon on his channel. He has 0 tweets on Digimon. But of course, Digimon came out, what, a couple weeks ago? Digimon came out a few weeks ago, right? And of course, 0 tweets on Digimon, 0 videos on Digimon, but somehow, some way, the week that Pokemon launches, he's got something to say about Digimon. Like, so some of it is fake and performative from these people, because that's their job. Their job is to be, you know, some type of based, I'm the consumer advocate type person, even when I don't play anything, but I gotta add something to it because this is what the internet says is right, you know? So yeah. But yeah, 0 tweets on Digimon, 0 videos on Digimon, but of course, he's been playing Digimon, of course. Right around, of course, he didn't talk about it on launch day, didn't talk about it, it's right around this time, okay. And I know that the game just came out a little bit ago, but of course he's been playing Digimon, of course he has. 0 tweets on Digimon, 0 tweets on other Monster Tamer games, 0 tweets outside of, you know, Power World saying Nintendo's stupid for Power World. 0 videos talking about the games, but of course he's been playing Digimon. Of course he has. So. Of course he has. 0 tweets before today on Digimon. When Digimon came out, which it came out weeks ago, why not? Man, I've been playing Digimon. It's great. Not a single word on Digimon until right now. So yeah. So I just find that to be funny. So yeah, man. Let's see. I just can't understand why many channels, including Nintendo YouTubers, are all negativity and hype killing Switch 2. Well, it doesn't. All it does is just get more people to buy it, JMC, because now apparently Nintendo's ramping up production to 25 million Nintendo Switch 2 systems, so they know something that we don't. Apparently, if this report from Bloomberg is true, the sales have been going pretty good. Otherwise, Nintendo wouldn't have wanted to ramp up the production to 25 million. If, once again, this is true. Now, Nintendo is set to sell, their prediction is 15 million within the first 9 months. So, till March next year. Their prediction is 15 million. But it seems like they might actually do around 20 to 25 million. Somewhere in that range. If, once again, the prediction is true. If they can ship out 25 million units by early next year, that'd be insane. Like, I still don't know how, but that's why I said we're going to talk about potentially some secret games, some directs, some other things that's going to help spur some stuff. So yeah. Let's see, I don't get why everyone's mad about the Power World lawsuit. We aren't supposed to protect IP anymore. People are mad about the Power World lawsuit because a lot of people feel that Nintendo's doing it out of spite and that Power World did nothing wrong. And that Nintendo, the reason why Nintendo's suing is not because they copied PAL or Pokemon designs, but because of patented gameplay mechanics, and people don't like that. This is not the first time other companies have done mechanics that are like Pokemon. I think the problem is that you have a lot of PALs that look similar on top of having like the Pokeballs and gameplay that's also incredibly similar. Usually with Digimon and Yokai Watch and Shin Megami Tensei, they all have kind of like pretty big differentiating factors in terms of how it looks and how you capture the demons. Like Dragon Quest monsters, it's all different. Power World decided to not only make PALs that look the same as Pokemon, but then also have them be caught the same as well, like when it comes to the mechanics to catching them. And I think Nintendo got salty about that right there. I think they got really salty that it's like, okay, you're using Pokeballs, you're doing exactly the same thing. So we're probably not going to win on a lawsuit on like the looks because it's different enough, but it's still very similar. So we're gonna enforce our right on this. And then there's also some other weird things that happened during the lawsuit too, like Nintendo updating copyrights during it and stuff like that. So I think that's the reason why. So I mean, if I was Nintendo, Like I said, if I'm just working for them and I'm not worried about other stuff, I'd probably do the same thing. But I'm not Nintendo, so I wouldn't have sued them. But that's the reason why people are mad. Let's see here. It's actually pretty easy to get shiny in ZA. Better to do it now just in case they patch it. I don't think they're going to patch it, considering they probably want people to get shiny Pokemon. It's become like a thing now at this point. Let's see. I just hope they step it up for Switch 2. Pokemon can't blame Power anymore because they got good-looking games. VA got to step up now for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's definitely some things they can do better. Absolutely. Absolutely when it comes down to it. But, I mean, if you've looked at the leaks, Mango Man, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have looked at the leaks. So, I mean, if you haven't, watch my videos on the leaks, and you'll get all the information that you need from that. So, it's not even like a question anymore. It's actually leaked what they're doing. So if you're asking if they're going to step it up or not, go watch my videos on it, or go watch all the numerous leaks where you can literally see what their plans are and the new engine, a demo of the new engine, and other things that they're doing. So feel free to go look at that stuff. So yeah, it's all on the internet for your consumption. Let's see here. I just need Switch 2 to have better battery life, and that's my only complaint. Oof, that's gonna be tough to do. In order to have better battery life, you're gonna have a bigger battery. So it's gonna make the system even bigger than what it is right now. So I'm pretty sure they'll find some way to make the battery life better, but I don't know how much better it's going to get without making the system larger. So I wouldn't say don't expect VA in a Pokemon game ever. I wouldn't say that, but we'll see. Like I said, 25 million is lofty, but it would definitely inspire third parties to optimize their games and treat it like a lead console. I doubt it'll be treated like a lead console from Western developers, but from Japanese developers, it's going to be treated like the lead regardless because of the Japanese sales. Switch 2 is absolutely smoking every other system in Japan. It's not even close. So it's going to be treated like a lead for many Japanese developers, but for Western developers, probably not. So. Wait, there was a gameplay leak. I heard it was a concept art. Gotta check this out. Yeah, spend more time actually looking instead of complaining. No, I'm joking. Yes, there was a demo. If you watch my videos, Mango Man, you would know this. So, like I said, y'all spend a lot of time complaining, but spend some time researching, and you'd be good. You know. Check out this video here. I'll show you it. Right here, huge leak, Gen 10 leak, right here. I actually didn't show it though. I didn't show the demo, and I think it actually got copyright. But just look up what I say in there. It says Pokemon Engine X, the new Pokemon. If you look up that keyword, Pokemon Engine X, you'll probably still. I had to blur it out. I wasn't able to show it because I don't want to get a copyright strike or a DMCA on my video. But it's out there. You can find it. You can probably find people playing. Like, it's a small tech demo of like water. And like, I think it's like a whale lord or one of those big old whale Pokemon. And like a couple other Pokemon. And like, they're like, somebody's moving it and kind of like, just like looking at the water and stuff. So yeah. So yeah. Well, no, we know that you're not complaining about Gen 10. You don't even know that it really exists because you don't know about the leaks. You don't know anything about it. So that's why, of course, you're not complaining about that. It's not even out. I mean, you don't know anything about it. And I made a joke. I just said, spend less time complaining here about it. Because you said, oh, they better step it up for the next one. Well, if you simply just would have looked at the leaks that everyone's been talking about, you would have already known. That's all that's all I said. It was just a simple joke. It wasn't anything more than that. Let's see here. Simple joke, guys. Simple joke. I forgot though. I gotta be careful with joking when it comes to Pokemon. Like a lot of Pokemon fans, they're hypersensitive to this type of stuff. So I gotta be careful. I had a guy go crazy on me on launch night for calling him Digital Foundry because the whole night he was just like saying, "There's flickering. There's this. There's this." And I said, oh, you should go join Digital Foundry's team. I don't see it, but you're pretty good at it, or you're good at looking at that stuff. So go join Digital Foundry. And he got angry, man. He got very bad over that. So yeah. Got very upset over that. Switch 2 battery, depending on what game you're playing, it can last anywhere from like 2 to Indie games, smaller games, maybe up to 5 hours, but that's the most basic. AAA games, you're probably looking at about like 2 hours. Started playing Shinobi on Switch 2, and I love the art style and the fight combos. The controls are pretty simple. Just love slashing enemies. Good therapy. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I played the demo. Yeah, I got to be careful with Pokemon. I got to be careful. So yeah, got to be careful. Let's see. Attacks in ZA miss or don't, cannot reach target. Depends on the position. I request Skullman from Mega Man 4. Yes, it does. Some attacks have longer range, some don't. Like, it's a pretty interesting trying to figure out how they're adapting the turn-based system to an action, like a full action RPG. All right, let's see here. Skullman, Mega Man 4 NES. Yo, let's go. There we go. OJ triggering, folks. I'm trying not to, honestly. I'm trying not to. So I think that with this report with the 25 million, let's talk about that real quick. The interesting thing right here, with the report with 25 million, is that it does seem like Nintendo does have some interesting different things here when it comes to what's happening with the potential production. There could be a new Nintendo Direct that comes out before the financial year is done, and there's a big announcement there. So I think that's part of it. I think that's the part of the whole 25 million before the end of the year. I think Nintendo still has, obviously they still have some big games that are coming out. They're looking at their sales and their production line, if this is once again true. But I think that there's still some big stuff that they're planning potentially for next year to be revealed before the end of the fiscal year. So at a Nintendo Direct. Because we hear about that like in April. So it's very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So yeah. Very interesting. I'm 20 plus hours at the ZA, just got the rank. Only managed to find one shiny Pidgey. Aw, see, you're just like me. No shinies for you, buddy. They lost it when they seen ZA was rated higher than Digimon. It's about the same rating now. And it might actually be at that rating at this point. It's at 79. But let me tell you something, guys. There is almost virtually no difference between a game rated like 80 and a game rated 78. There's like no difference. Because different outlets are reviewing it, different number of reviews. It's right around the same. So, I mean, like, I get people doing like a comparison, but unless the difference is like 3 to 4 points or higher, it doesn't really matter too much. But a 1 to 2 point difference doesn't really mean anything. It just depends on how somebody feels for the day. And more importantly, review scales. Review scales are like damning, like to how something, like for example, I don't hate Gene Park's review. I think it's fair, but the fact that he gave it it's a 2.5 out of 5. A 2.5, that's literally like that's a F. That's a F. It translates out of a scale of like 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. It translates out to like a 50 or something like that, you know? So 5-point review scales are the worst thing ever. I don't know why people still use 5-point review scales. It should be out of 10 for more nuance. So I think that really if it was a 10-point review scale, it's probably going to be more like a 6 out of 10 or something like that. But a 5-point review scale is just the worst review scale ever. I don't like it because it's like 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. There's not enough discrepancy in between 4 and 5. You need more tiers in between that, in my opinion. So it should be from 1 to 10. It should be from 1 to 10 in my, or if you're gonna do like A, B, C, then like with like A minus, A plus, B minus, that gives you more discrepancy as well. So there's also that. But yeah, 5-point review scales are the worst. I don't like them. It should be at a 10. So it's like, okay, this game is a 2.5 seems like a game is like busted. Like it doesn't work, you know? But if it's a 10-point scale, like to me, anything that's rated like a 2.5 or anything that's rated like a 2 or a 3 or a 4, it's like fundamentally does not work. But if it's rated like 5, 6, 7, you know, it's there's some things that are an issue, but it's not as bad. It's like not too crazy. So that's the only thing that I would say with that. Let's see here. How do you know if a Pokemon is shiny? It's a different color, and it's also shiny. So it's a different color scheme. So let's see here. I'm insane. Leveling Magikarp again to get Gyarados. That's a common thing people have been doing since Gen 1. What's up, Doreen? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? What's up, Bad Scent? Welcome. Yeah, I highly recommend do not replace your Switch 2 battery with the better one. If you really need to have a better battery on the Switch 2, what you should do is you should buy a very small, don't buy this one, but buy a very, very small battery pack. Like this, but smaller and thinner. You can get them on Amazon for cheap. And then just get like a little, like a magnetic attachment, or and just clip it on the back of it. And it'll still make it way less than like a ROG Ally or like a Steam Deck or something like that. So just get a really thin, small battery pack, little small cable. And like the cool thing about the Switch 2 is like it has a plug on the top or the bottom. So then you can just go like that and just stick it on the back of it and you'll be good there, you know, if you really need something. But, I mean, you have to obviously put it on the back of your Satisfied grip or make it work that way. But yeah, I recommend doing that instead, not voiding your warranty, because if you do that, it voids the warranty, or you can potentially mess everything up. So yeah. Let's see here. Reviews. Yeah, reviews are. I mean, I do review roundups, which I didn't do my Pokemon review roundup even back when I had an 81. I recorded a video, but I ended up just not putting it up just because I didn't feel like it. Yeah, I've never been big on, like, at least not never, but since 2010, the whole Lost Odyssey controversy that I had, where, you know, I was reading reviews and people were like, oh, it's not that great, or it's just okay, it's just 7 out of 10, you know, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, and it's like a 10 out of 10 or like 11 out of 10. That's when I stopped actually putting actual real stock into the reviews. You use it for a point of reference, but I don't really, like, in terms of what I play, I don't really look at reviews anymore. I don't gauge what I play based off of reviews for the most part. I just look and see, okay, it's got a good review, but people are usually going to talk about it. If the game is good, people are going to talk about it. Like, you can use it for reference, but I don't ever, like, make a purchasing decision based off of the review. But I understand why people do. When I was younger, I used to do it all the time. Like, I used to always use reviews, and I missed out on a lot of good games. Like Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn does not have great reviews, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it now because the reviews aren't good. But then later I played it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this game's incredible, you know. So it's not a be all end all, you know. So yeah. Let's see here. How does the Trails remake look on Switch 2? Debating getting it on there or PS5. It looks fine. It looks fine on Switch 2. So yeah, it looks like the PS5 version. If you want portable play, get it on Switch 2. If you want docked play, get it on PS5. People complain too much about graphics. Back in the SNES days, we were more concerned if the game were fun. Now every Harris Strand must be rendered at 4K 60 considered good. I think there's definitely some people that feel that way, but I think that the sales themselves kind of prove that to be otherwise, right? If everyone just cared about graphics and all that, why isn't the PS5 Pro selling 5 million units per month, right? Like, why isn't it doing crazy? If everybody just cared about graphics, why does Steam only have, well, not only, but it's not bad, like 40 million active users, which is good. But Steam's been around for how many years? Steam's been around for a decade plus, and they've got 40 million active users. Like, if people truly cared about PC and graphics the most, then they would have been around for a decade, Steam. Why don't they have, like, 100 million active users, right? So, I get what you're saying. There are a lot of people online that like to talk a lot, puff their chest out. But in actuality, like, the large majority of people that are playing games, like, they're playing Candy Crush on their phone. They're playing little mobile games. They're playing Switch 1 games. They're playing, you know, obviously they're playing Switch 2 games. Like, they're not looking at, like, the graphics have to be, like, the greatest thing ever, you know. But people online will make you believe that, you know. Or at least try to make you believe that. Let's see here. What's up, Jackson? Welcome to the stream. Total original weight still less than this. Oh, yeah, Jackson, you did that little thing, right? Where you, like, put, like, a little battery pack on there. So, yeah. What's up, George FT? Shout outs, man. So I think since the last gen, I typically look at Metacritic number, then move on and play if I'm interested. I'm in the game from the trailers. Yeah, like it's. I admit that it's not easy to do. Like you still like it's good to like maybe find a reviewer or two that is into what you're into. So then then you're like, okay. But now in the age of streaming, in the age of on demand, you don't really need reviews as much as you used to. Like back in the day before YouTube, yeah, you kind of needed reviews a little bit because we didn't have streaming, we didn't have shows, we didn't have raw gameplay to watch, we didn't have all that. All we had was the developer or the publisher putting out content, and then you might be able to see a trailer like on places like IGN or like on the internet sometimes. There'd be like a trailer like Space World or something, like on the official websites for these companies, So back then you kind of needed review scores a little bit, but in today's day, you really don't. Like you've got YouTube, you've got creators, you can hear, you've got Twitter, you've got a million different things to see. Like for example, when Clair Obscur Expedition 33 was coming out, what did I say? Does anybody remember what I said about Clair Obscur the first second I saw the gameplay? Does anybody remember my reaction? Oh, wow. I was like, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. This is going to be a Game of the Year candidate. Even before I played the game. Before, I didn't need any reviews. And of course the game came out, it was really good, the reviews were really good, but I already knew like that was gonna happen. RGT was making fun of me on the Spawncast. He was making fun of me saying, Clair Obscur, whatever, didn't know the name. He's like, yeah, sure. He was like, just like he did like Metaphor Refantasio. He was making fun of me with that. I'm saying, hey, that's gonna be a Game of the Year nominee. Like it's gonna be a Game of the Year. He's like, yeah, right, whatever. And that also ended up being the real Game of the Year winner. We all know what happened in 2024 with Metaphor and Astrobot. We all know what happened. We all know what happened, guys. So it ended up actually being the real Game of the Year. So it's one of those things to where, Can I get music from Punch Out NES version? Yes, you can. Thank you for the $2 dono. We are on our way to our first, this is going to get me a copyright. We are on our way to our first, extension. Let's go. 3 more combos and we'll get a 15-minute extension on tonight's stream. Let's go, man. Appreciate that, guys. Combo break. I think since the last gen, I typically look at the Metacritic. Okay, yeah, I already read that. Shoutouts. There was weird period where JRPGs got hammered by reviewers. Yes, that's true. Yo, James Forte with the $2 as well, getting us 1 combo closer. Yo, thank you so much, James Forte. I appreciate that. Let me get the Punch Out music though, and I'm gonna read your comment off next. Punch Out music. All right, Punch Out's great. I like Punch Out. Here we go. Minor Circuit. James with the 2 says, "What up, OJ? I say gaming is too accessible nowadays for people not to be trying out games. You can literally return digital games now, no excuse." That's true. That's true. You can return digital games. You can return them. But yeah, there was a period like in the PS3 era where JRPGs were just getting slammed by the Western media. I like the school adjacent review score. It's easy to understand. 10 amazing, 9 great, 9 great, 8 good, 7 decent, 6 below average, 5 bad, 4 very bad. Yeah, I agree. I like that. That's my favorite review scale. 1 to 10, I don't mind point scores to like 9.5, 7.5, I don't mind those as well. The only review I wish I listened to was Damon X Switch 2 review. You could have seen the gameplay on that one. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. Persona, let's go. Yo, Massive Rican with the Lucky 7. No Emil flying.
Is it just me, or are people not aware that Switch 2 is already at 10M plus prior to holiday season? I'm surprised to see people doubt they could get to 20 mil by fiscal year. Although that's only 10 months on the market, and that's impressive.
Yeah, about 9 to 10 months. Yeah, absolutely. Some people are doubting it, yeah. But it's because of the amount of probably negative videos they watched. I think that's the reason why you see some people doubting like crazy. Not because they actually are looking at people who are enjoying it. But if you look, like I said, if you look on Twitter, if you look on social media, constantly you'll see people saying, I gotta Switch 2 for the first time. I gotta Switch 2. And now Pokemon's come out. You got Hyrule Warriors coming out. You got Kirby coming out. And you got Metroid Prime 4. So that's a lot. Massive Rican. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the $7.77 activating that lucky 7 dono. Special dono for the $7 boys. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. You are now the new Hokage and Stream Ninja. Anyway, there's 777 or more. You can type or pass up my man, Massive Rican. And I don't know if you want some music. Let me know, Massive Rican, and I got you for a track. And plus, we did hit our first combo goal. Let's go. Appreciate that, Massive Rican. Got some time extended on the stream. Should we play it? I think we should. I think I should punch the notification here. That overclock, baby. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Actually likes the series to speak about it better than those who aren't. Yeah, I can see that for sure. I know my taste well now, so I usually tend based on the trailer. Yeah, exactly. I pretty much go off the trailer myself too. I usually just go off the trailer, or like raw gameplay footage, like like a gameplay demo, which they usually have gameplay demos, like where they'll show a lot of the game just being played. So yeah. Yeah, what's up, man? People compare and contrast a niche game like Chosen Sky. First looks higher quality RPG for $60 compared to a juggernaut like Pokemon. The same price that looks like a budget game. Yeah, and like I said, once again, it's one of those things to where you can play Pokemon Legends ZA and think that it's way better than Trails. You can play Trails and think that it's way better. It's not about the money or all that. We're already well past that. Games that are cheap and budget or whatever can be way better playing or way better than games that have the best graphics. Assassin's Creed has the biggest teams, best graphics, and it's not very good. So that doesn't matter in today's day, in my opinion. People online like yourself, I think, in terms of comparing and contrasting, you guys put way too much stock in that. That doesn't mean Pokemon shouldn't be better when it comes down to that, or whatever the case is. That doesn't mean that. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean it's going to be better than it. You see what I'm saying? And I think at the end of the day, people just want to have fun when it comes to Pokemon. They're not worried about that. Now, if you're worried about that, that's fine. And you can be worried about that and you can complain. It's fair to do that. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Once again, it doesn't really matter. We've seen games that have a bazillion-dollar budget and they suck. We've had games that have a small budget and they're really good. We've had games that have mid budgets and they're just mid. So it doesn't really matter. It really more about just, is the game good? Is the game fun or not? Does it play good? Is it fun? And I think that's what Pokemon fans, a lot of them are looking for. Now, not everybody. Some of them, they want all the other stuff, and that's fine too. But if you're wondering why people are like, well, I just want to play the game and have fun, that's the reason why. And both opinions are okay. And I think the problem is that a lot of both sides, you guys don't realize that. Guys like you will sit here and bitch forever. You know what I'm saying? And you will not understand the other side. And then also people on the other side will also complain. Well, why are people complaining? Well, that's the reason why they're complaining. Everyone should just buy what you buy, like what you like. And bickering back and forth online about it isn't going to make anything better or not. You either buy it and play it and support it, or you don't. If you don't like it, or if you think it's not good enough, go buy Trails. Don't play Legends ZA. Go buy Trails and support that. You don't have to be a slave or have Stockholm Syndrome to Pokemon. You really don't. If it's not good and it's as bad as you're saying when it comes to the look and the graphics and they were worth so much, then stop supporting it. It's very simple. But the problem is that there's a lot of people that can't. They know that they want to play it, but they're not getting what they want. So they're in no man's land. You gotta rid yourself from being in no man's land. If you really are that upset and you're like, oh my God, don't support it. Don't buy it. You're allowed to say your opinion and you can do that. But if it's really that bad to the point where you're going to spend all stream now, which it seems like, complaining about it, and I'm pretty sure you've probably been online complaining too, it's time to just step away. And that's what I did. I don't like Call of Duty anymore. I don't really like Assassin's Creed anymore. I don't like a lot of these franchises that I played sometimes. I don't have to complain and, oh my God, I just don't buy them anymore. Now, if the devs want to send me a code, I'll check it out. Or if a viewer wants me to check it out and sponsor a stream, I'll do that. But I'm not spending my money on Assassin's Creed. I'm not spending, which I used to. I'm not spending my money on Assassin's Creed. I'm not spending my money on Call of Duty. I don't care how much money they have or not. You know what I'm saying? They have all those team size, they have all that budget, and they can't make an incredible game. You have all that money, all that time, all that team size, yet your games aren't that great. You know what I'm saying? So it goes the other way too. It goes the other way as well. All that money, all those team size, you got everything, and the game isn't even that great. So To me, at this point, don't get me wrong, I want Pokemon to be better as well. I want it to do better. But at the end of the day, I'm going to judge it based off of how fun it is to me or not. And I think that's what some people don't understand. Like I said, both sides are complain, or why does this side say this? Why does this side say this? Well, because, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you don't like it anymore, simply don't buy it, you know? Don't buy it, don't play it, you know? And if you do like it, play it. But if somebody has a problem with it, you don't need to go and go and tell them, oh, they're this, and this. You know, you don't need to do all that. And I think that's the problem with both sides, is that everybody thinks that they're right when really, like, everybody thinks that the other side is wrong when it's not the case. It's a common misunderstanding between two opposite sides, you know. So yeah. That soap is God tier. What did I tell you? African black soap, greatest soap in the world. Yeah, after the last direct, so many Fire Emblem fans are like, I guess I need to buy a Switch 2 now. I mean, I already told you guys, it is the inevitable when it comes down to it. If you have a Switch 1 and you enjoyed Switch 1 first party games or exclusives, you can hate it as much as you want. It is the inevitable that you will get one. It's Nintendo knows it, I know it, you know it, the whole world knows it. You will get one at some point. It is inevitable you will get one. So yeah. So yeah. People get way upset about it. Just play the game for you and don't. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. You're the realest streamer out there. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, Jess. Appreciate it. The Switch 2, it is like, gosh, I want to get that one part from, oh man, I need to do it from Mass Effect. When you first meet the Reaper. Oh god, we should totally, let me see if I can find it. That's essentially Koizumi and Furukawa. It's like, okay, let me see if I can find it. Shepard speaks, I think it's Shepard speaks with Reaper. I think it's with Sovereign for the first time. Okay, yeah, here we go. This one right here. This scene is so goated. This is like one of the most goated scenes in the original Mass Effect, guys. This is over 16 plus years old, so whatever. If you haven't seen it at this point. So
is not good.
Wait, hold up. No, this is such a goated scene. I love this scene so much. Let's play it. Oh, this is essentially Switch 2. I gotta edit this to where it's like Switch 2 instead.
This is not good.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There's a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am Sovereign.
I am Switch 2.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You could.
These people, these grifters that are constantly saying things and saying it's not going to do this, it simply is going to sell. Stop resisting. Stop acting like it won't. They exist, and it exists, and there's nothing you can do.
Have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing.
We are a hybrid, the pinnacle of hybrids. Not even the $1,000 Xbox ROG Ally can compare. We are the pinnacle. We are elite. You mere mortals will exist long after you're gone.
Your extinction everything.
Whatever your plan is, it's going to fail. I'll make sure of that.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Confidence born of ignorance. Switch to the sales buyer's remorse. the stock price shares. Born of ignorance. Confidence born of YouTube psychos watching your videos. Confidence of ignorance. We all know Switch 2's gonna sell. It is inevitable. Stop with the BS.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations.
The cycle has repeated itself more times than you can imagine. The Wii's gonna fail. 3DS is gonna fail. DS is gonna fail. Game Boy's gonna fail. Switch 1's gonna fail. We know. We've heard it before. We've heard it. We've heard it. It's the cycle.
Rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire.
Talk all you want, say what you want now. We will make the games and you will play them. Because you can't get the games on other platforms. So we will make this, we will release it, you will find it, you will play it, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh my gosh.
We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us, letting us advance to the level they need, then wiping us out.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
Since 1889, baby. We are eternal and infinite.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world. You cannot escape your doom.
You're not even alive. Not really. You're just a machine. And machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard.
Why did Legion cook this dude? Why did he cook him like that?
And machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Oh my god, your words are as empty as your future. God dang, he cooked Shepard. He cooked him. That's what these guys, I'm telling you, bro. Once Switch 2, once it kind of, like I said, the new reports are coming out, the sales are coming out, your words are as empty and as wrong as your videos. They mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing.
Overclock buster!
Shout out, Overclock, let's go, baby. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. That's like one of my, that's when I knew that Mass Effect was going to be like that scene in particular. They'd been building up to that. It'd been really mysterious. You know, you're like, okay, who's this like Reaper? It's this all-knowing thing. Like, what's happening here? It's like this thing that just comes and wipes people out and takes people and harvests people. And then like you find out a lot there. But then there's even a better, not a better scene, because that scene was crazy. But there's another scene where they give you even more information right before the end of the game. That's also really good. Man, Mass Effect is incredible, dude. It is incredible. It is an incredible experience. It's such a good game. Let's see here. Not gonna lie, that scene actually cooked. Oh yeah. That scene. Oh my god. And that's just the beginning of it. There are a bunch of other, like, Mass Effect has some of the best set piece cutscenes. Like, if you thought that was good, which it is really good, Mass Effect 2. Oh my god, there's a part in Mass Effect 2, and I'll get that dono in just a bit. There's a part in Mass Effect 2 where, like, one of the Reapers that's like, they're doing like a mission. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like, he's just like talking smack to Shepard the whole time. Shepard, you are weak. Assuming control. Shepard, you are nothing. He's just like talking smack to him as he's like hitting you with everything he got. There are like goated segments of Mass Effect where it's just like funny, or it's just like unintentionally funny, or where they just make fun of everything that's happened in the game. So if you're a big fan, Mass Effect 3 in particular, there is a DLC called The Citadel, and it's essentially like a comedy, like an action comedy. Like, you would think that it was like an action comedy. And if you're a fan of the series, they have little sly jokes on everything. And it just seemed like the developers just said, whatever, we're done here. You know, this might be the last game, so let's just throw everything we got. And it's freaking hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious, that DLC. So this is the best Western RPG series ever created, in my opinion. And I don't think it's even close. Like, I don't think The Witcher or Skyrim or I think Mass Effect, to me, is the best trilogy, best Western RPG series by a country mile, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I don't think anything even comes close, because it has the graphics, it has the gameplay, it has the cutscenes, it has everything that you would want. You know, and unlike some of these other ones, it's not a one-man army or 2 people. You get 3 people, you get multiple squad members, so it has elements of what you'd expect, like with the JRPG. Mass Effect 2, the amount of people that you can, I think you have up to like 11 squad members, 3 at a time, but you can pick like from a lot. So they even incorporate stuff that you would expect from a JRPG, whereas a lot of Western RPGs, you're just like a one-man wrecking crew, like with maybe like with a partner on the side every now and then, like Fallout, you know, Cyberpunk, Witcher. It's all the same thing. But Mass Effect, you have a 3-team squad. You can combine your powers to create new powers. You can, like, it feels like a Western take on like Chrono Trigger's dual tech system. From like Mass Effect 1, you can do it, you can combine, but Mass Effect 2, like, it really creates like new explosions and different things. That feels like their version of the dual tech and triple tech system from Chrono Trigger, and it's fantastic. So yeah, if you haven't played Mass Effect, play it. It's really good. It's a time sink, but it's really good. Shout outs to Simeon Coin with the $5. It says, now imagine the voice pops up when you play your Switch 2 handheld. That's what happens when the next Pokemon game comes out. No escaping fate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yo, Simeon, that's exactly it. You can't escape it. It's eternal. You cannot escape it. They're gonna be there no matter what you say. It doesn't matter. Now, of course, you're free to criticize, just like people criticize the Reapers. They didn't like what they were doing, so they criticized them. But I just thought it was funny to just make, like, obviously I thought it was funny to just do that, because it just reminded me of it. Shout outs though, guys. Appreciate it. Let's go. That was a great scene. That was a fantastic scene. I love that scene. Nah, definitely Elder Scrolls to me, but Mass Effect was like good until 3. Nah, I'll take Mass Effect over Elder Scrolls any day. Elder Scrolls gameplay is crusty. First person gameplay is crusty. The third person's crusty. Mass Effect has tight controls, tight gameplay, much better controls and gameplay than Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls, like, if you're into like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, or if you're into like sloppy controls, you know, and crazy amounts of glitches and bugs, then yeah, I agree. Skyrim's better. But if you're actually into good gameplay, tight controls, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, then Mass Effect's better. Yo, what's up, Christian Smithers? Welcome. Welcome. I'd argue that Mass Effect is better than Cyberpunk. I'd argue that Mass Effect is even better than Cyberpunk. I'd argue that. I'd argue that it's way better than Cyberpunk. I'd argue that. It's not gonna do. And I played all these games. I don't think Cyberpunk is anywhere near as good as Mass Effect. Not even close. I think Cyberpunk is okay for today's day, but is it better than Mass Effect? Nope. General Zamora with the $2.78. No, thank you so much, General Zamora. Please make it into a video with that scene. I'll probably do something a bit funnier. If I'm gonna do it, I don't want to do it where it's a reaction. I'll do it to where it's like an actual skit. And I just had an idea where it can be a really funny skit. So I'll probably turn it into like its own skit. So I'll turn it into its own skit. Cyberpunk is not a masterpiece. Please stop the masterpiece for anything that's above average. Cyberpunk is not a masterpiece. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like, Cyberpunk is good, but I don't think it's like, oh my god, better than Mass Effect. No, it ain't better than Mass Effect. Mass Effect got the greatest mission of all time. The greatest Western-based mission. Suicide Run? Name one mission in any other these other that's as good as that. That as good as the last mission in Mass Effect 2. Go ahead. Name one. There ain't no mission that's better than that suicide from a Western game. From that Suicide Run mission. Not a single. That was the most goated mission of all time. Mass Effect is so good. It just hasn't been replicated. If they get it on Switch 2, I'm playing the trilogy again for the 19th time. I know, seriously, man. All right, take it easy, John D. Thanks for coming out. SMT5 is on trial for Switch 2, which is class. Yeah, it is. I talked about that today or yesterday in my video. Or was it today? I forgot. One of those two. I can only stomach Skyrim as a mage on Switch with gyro aiming. Sword combat is lame. Sword. It's like you're just flapping or flailing around. Yeah, combat's terrible. Mass Effect combat, it's got tight, precise aiming, great powers, controls. You got your squad with you. They're constantly saying like reload and stuff like that. It's so good. It's so good. Let's see here. I mean, Skyrim's great though. Once again, we're kind of nitpicking here. We're talking about like two goated RPG games, so it's not like it's bad. Skyrim's bad or like Cyberpunk's bad, but like I said, we're talking like the top of Western RPG hierarchy, you know. So not that these games are like terrible games, because they're not, you know. Mass Effect has aura, so many memorable characters. I think meant Rex, Garrus, Grunt, Miranda, Thane, Mordin, etc. Yeah, absolutely. It has it absolutely cooked on the character front. Oh my gosh, the character front. Mass Effect by a country mile. Maybe not Mass Effect 3 characters, but Mass Effect 2 characters and Mass Effect 1 characters, and then of course the characters from Mass Effect 1 and 2 that are in Mass Effect 3. I will be honest, Mass Effect 3 does not have the best new class of characters, but it's still got obviously a bunch of great characters. Thane is one of the best written characters of all time. Like, Thane is absolutely incredible. You want to talk about god tier storytelling? Play Mass Effect and read Thane's story.
I love Mass Effect. There was a time 1 and 2 plus Halo 3 were my only 360 games.
360 games,
I
yeah.
have ME2 memorized.
Oh, yeah.
I think Dragon Age Origins far exceeds any fantasy WRPG.
Shoutouts to James, man. I appreciate the $10 donor. That does get you as the Hokage and Stream Ninja with the $12 total. And of course, that 10 gets us to another combo break. Let's go. 38 on the board. We are humming. And our first, you guys know what time it is. Our first JoJo on JoJo Friday at $10 and up. Let's go. Strike the pose. Thank you so much. JoJo's in the chat. Appreciate that. Big love to James for the first JoJo of the night. That 10 and up, let's go. And yeah, man, like, I'm not a big Dragon Age guy, but I see why people like it a lot. Dragon Age Origins. I played it, wasn't as big of a fan. Wasn't as big of a fan as others. But yeah, like, I bought that because of the reviews. I still looked at reviews back then. I bought that because of it, and I played it for like 20 to 30 hours, but I was just like, this isn't for me. You know, it just wasn't my style of game. But I get why it's like, it's got a lot of depth to it. Like, it's got a lot of depth. It's got great characters. It's got good voice acting and, you know, good combat and stuff like that. Like, for the people that like that style. But it just wasn't for me. But I can see why. I think people still say to this day that Dragon Age Origins is like still like the best one, you know, in terms of Dragon Age games. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Roger? Welcome. I did see a funny ZA review from Washington Post. I have never played a game in the series with the world that felt this lifeless. Oh, man. Yeah, that was Gene Park. That was Gene Park. I've definitely played games with worlds that feel more lifeless. I've definitely played them, man. You got to play some of those budget JRPGs from back in the day. Whew. Let's see here. So I love the sound and Shield makes when it comes back to Mass Effect. Yeah, they go whoop, whoop. Makes the fight so cool. Yup. Like when your shield breaks and stuff. Oh, massive. You see, the thing about it is that you guys gotta watch a real Mass Effect player play. I'm a real Mass Effect player. When I play Mass Effect, I dress up as Shepard. You know what I'm saying? I buzz my head. I say I am Commander Shepard. You know, and this is the best store in the Citadel. Like, no, I'm joking. I don't do that. But I play on insanity difficulty. I use all my weapons and abilities. Mass Effect is like neutered by itself sometimes. Like if you play Mass Effect on normal, it's way too easy. You don't have to use your powers. You're never gonna die. It's pretty ho-hum. But if you play Mass Effect on the harder difficulties and you get like the Spectre grade weapons and all that because you need them, and you start really getting into the combat and combining your powers and stuff like that, man, Mass Effect 2, like you do like all the research and you upgrade your weapons and get like Mass Effect 2 has some moments that are just like, oh my goodness, man, like it's so good. And like I said, the story's incredible. Let's see here. I haven't played Mass Effect more than a few hours, so I won't make comparisons, but I'll say I adore Cyberpunk 2077. I'm telling you, man, Mass Effect is, like I said, it's got aura. Cyberpunk, it doesn't have aura. Skyrim, it doesn't have aura. It's just memes. Skyrim is just memes, and it was even memes back then, arrow to the knee. It's still a good game, though. Like I said, we're nitpicking here, guys. Keep this in mind. We're nitpicking. These are like the goated Western RPGs, so we're nitpicking. We're not saying that the games are bad. But it does not have aura. There's no aura. Because your character doesn't do anything. Like, there's no, or he don't got, or like, if for a silent protagonist in like Fallout or in like Skyrim, these guys have no aura whatsoever because you don't do nothing. If you can still have aura if you're like a silent protagonist, but you got to be like Chrono, where you're like Jesus or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be like Chrono, where you're resurrected, where like, you know what I'm saying? You can do cool lightning magic. Like, you go up into the sky and you're like this. Like, you got to have certain aspects. You know, you got the Dragon Ball Z hair because it's, you know, Akira Toriyama on the design. Like, Cyberpunk, it doesn't have any aura. You don't got no aura. You're just like a street kid. Like, there's no aura with that. There's no aura with Skyrim. Shepard and his crew, they've got aura. You know what I'm saying? Your homies, you roll with the homies, it makes it feel like you were back like in college, like the tough guy. You know what I'm saying? These games, Cyberpunk, Skyrim, these one-man army games, they've got no aura, man. They're good, but they don't got the swag like Mass Effect. Like the swag that JRPGs have, right? Like Persona, Shin Megami Tensei, Fire Emblem. Mass Effect might be the only Western RPG that has swag levels near JRPGs. Like, or aura near a JRPG. It really, like, so yeah. Nah, Cyberpunk doesn't have aura. It doesn't have enough aura. It has aura based off of today's day, but today's aura for Western RPGs is so low. It's so bad. Something like Cyberpunk sticks out. Look at that scene from Mass Effect 1 that we just watched. Don't tell me that's not aura. Don't tell me that that's, y'all. Some of y'all didn't even play and you're like, damn, that's pretty good. And you didn't really have any idea what was really going on. What game has that? What Western game has, and that, like I said, that's just a small snippet of the aura that Mass Effect has. I showed some of y'all ain't never even seen that scene before. And you said, yo, he was actually cooking him. And I was able to easily adapt it. How many years later? Nearly 20 years later, I was able to adapt that scene to a joke with the Switch 2. That's aura when it's timeless. When you can adapt that into other things. People used to make other jokes with that scene too. You can adapt it into almost anything if you're crafty enough. I don't see people doing that with Cyberpunk. There's nothing like that. You know? Let's see here. Cyberpunk has one of the only games in recent years which left me wanting more. I have to watch the anime. My homie, dude, Roger, what are you talking about, man? Like, what are you? Just take a chill pill for just a second, okay? Take a chill pill. One of the only games in recent, man, I am not insane. I'm not insane. What I'm saying is truthful. What I'm saying is truthful. There is truth to what I'm saying. There is truth to what I'm saying. You know that there is. You know that there is. Don't lie. Let's see here. Now that scene was cold though. And you've never played Mass Effect the trilogy, right? You ain't never played it. There you go. You see what I'm saying? That's aura. That is true blue, old school aura that you just don't see in Western RPGs, man. You don't see it, I'm telling you. You don't see it. Dookie aura. Cap and a half. What you mean? So yeah. Bad with the tutorial. I'm finished with my rant now. Oh, you just got done with the tutorial with Legend ZA? See Digimon Time Strangers tutorial. Like 8 hours. Xenoblade Chronicles, 20 hours. All right, let's get the next. Oh, hold up. I owe you guys one overclock too. Let's go. 30 minutes extension. Let's get it. Shout out, guys.
Overclock Buster!
Thank you. We got a 30-minute extension on tonight's stream. 6 more combos. No, 1, 2, 7 more combos, and we've got 45 minutes extended. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. I appreciate that. What's up, the Great Wall? Welcome. The atmosphere in Mass Effect 2 is incomparable. Just so it is incomparable. And the biggest reason why Cyberpunk has no aura compared to Mass Effect is that it's in first person. It is impossible to have aura as a game in terms of modern day RPG aura. It is impossible when you cannot see your character all the time. You can't see. It is impossible. It is nearly impossible. You can't have aura when you're in first person most of the time. When it comes to RPGs, no. You can't. You got to be able to see your character. You got to be able to see your character to have the aura. You got to be able to. And if you're in first person, no. You can't have that type of aura, bro. You just can't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because you're in first person. You can't see your swag. You can't see your outfit. You can't see what you're wearing. You can't see your guns. You can't see nothing. All you see is just what's like. I'm already in first person. I don't need to see another first. I've ranted about this before, but I don't need 2 first persons. I'm already in first person. I don't see myself unless I'm looking at something like the screen. I can see that, right? I don't need to be first person. I'm already in first person. It makes no sense for me to play an RPG in first person. I already am in first person. Just make it to where I can see my character. First person RPGs make 0 sense. Now, if I saw in third person somehow, then okay, now I can see in first person. But I'm already in first person. I don't need to see first person. Once again, it's doubling up on the first person And it makes no sense. I don't need to see something in first person. I'm already in first person. Oh my god. I don't know, man. Samus in Metroid Prime is pretty swag. Samus has swag, but remember, Samus is a character that was built the swag through third person. Samus' swag in Dread beats out her swag in Prime. It just does. Dread. Think about it. Anybody who's beat Dread, which games are more swaggy? Who's the more swaggier thing? It's Metroid Dread Samus. Not even close. Now we gotta see about Metroid Prime 4, but with that suit and the sliding, come on, it's not even close. Prime is great and there's swag in that, but even the GBA games, the fusion suit, absorbing, Zero Suit Samus don't even make sense in Prime. You can't even do it because you can't even see her in her Zero Suit. You're in first person. You're in first person, so you can't even see her in her Zero Suit because you'd be in first person. See what I'm saying? And Zero Suit Samus is swaggy, but it's in third person. No, you must have not played Dread. Prime easy? Absolutely not. Dread, more swag than any Prime game. Hands down. You must have missed the ending of Metroid Dread. You must have missed that. MJ Anime with the $2 dono. Thank you, MJ Anime. Getting this to 40 on the combo board. We are 5 combos away from that 45-minute extension. Let's go.
Combo breaker!
Dread ain't anywhere near Prime. I need to see that you actually beat Dread. I need to see proof. I don't think you did. Because the ending of Dread absolutely crushes every single Metroid Prime ending. Not even close. So what happens and what Samus gets at the end of Dread is way swaggier and way better than anything that happened in the Prime games. I'm sorry. And I beat every single Prime game. I beat every single one. No, that's a cap and a half. That is a cap and a half. That just tells me you ain't never beat the ending of Dread. You didn't experience it yourself. You maybe watched it on YouTube, but you didn't play it. I think grifters are right. The truth is those companies are losing the new generation. They are more critical and cynical. They are broke. It's over. There you go. I need to see some proof, Frankie. I need to see them save files then. I need to see that because you're trying to tell me what happens at the end of Dread is worse than every single Prime game? Yeah, right. That is nobody says that. Nobody says that. Nobody says that at all. I ain't seen a single person say that. Everyone said that the ending of Dread is like by far like the best ending or easily one of the best endings to any Metroid game. And you're sitting here telling me that every single Prime game is no. I need to see proof. Go ahead and link me it on Twitter if you got one. Or you can email. I need to see some proof. I need to see some save files. I need to see it. I need to see that. Did you think that ZA tutorial was long because I didn't think it was that bad? No, I didn't think it was that long. Didn't seem that long to me. I mean, but then again, I'm coming off of Xenoblade. That's like a 30-hour tutorial. Like I said, other games that have like way longer tutorials. So you can prove it right now. No, I need you to send me save files on Twitter. Send me that you beat it twice. Go ahead and send that to me. That you beat it twice. I need it. And don't try to just capture a picture on the internet. I'll image search it and find where it came from, the origin of where it came from. So make sure you don't do that either. Dread ending is epic. Beating it years ago. Oh yeah, it's incredible. Samus in her Metroid suit is peak. To each their own, but it's crazy to think Dread doesn't have its aura moments. I don't think he said it doesn't have its aura moments. What he said is that all the Metroid Prime games are better in terms of the endings and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, right. You ain't beat it. Let's see here. I haven't beat Metroid Prime 2 and 3. That's why I need them to drop on the double pack. Man, the double pack, it needs to drop. I don't know if it's dropping anytime soon. What's Nintendo doing? What are they doing? You know, when it comes down to it, man, what are they doing? They got to drop that double pack, bruh. They got to drop it. They got to drop it. Dread the best. Dread is GOAT. And then they also, hold on, let's just, can we talk about the Emmys? Can we talk about the Emmys in the game? How is that not swag? How is that not aura? You have these killer robot things that you have to blast with the Kamehameha. That's swag. That's swag. You know what I'm saying? Heck, after the first boss battle, what Samus does, remember that first, that invisible boss battle? How Samus takes that boss down? Come on now. That's aura. That's aura. Dread ending is so good. I picture it perfectly in my head right now. Oh yeah. Played Mass Effect Fem Chef for Jennifer Hale. Fun fact, she also worked for Samus in Prime 1, 2, and 3. Yep. Let's talk about Ravenbeak. Ooh, let's talk about Ravenbeak. Ravenbeak is a goated, like, listen, don't get me wrong, like, Ridley's okay and all that, like, Dark Samus okay, but Ravenbeak? His name is Ravenbeak. Ravenbeak is aura. Ravenbeak is swag. Oh, and by the way, all in third person. By the way, like I said with Psycho Pie, Zero Suit Samus, swaggy, right? Everybody likes Zero Suit Samus. Well, yeah, first person, you can't see the Zero Suit. How does that even make sense, guys? See what I'm saying? Zero Suit Samus don't even exist. I mean, she exists in Prime, but not really, because you're not getting any Zero Suit action. You're just seeing through her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, in order to have aura and real swag, you got to be able to see the character. Let's just say Samus was Zero Suit in Prime. How would you even know? Unless they zoom the camera out, there's no aura, emitting when you play, because you're in first person. You can't see her cool, sexy Zero Suit outfit. So how is that swag? Where's the aura? You can't even see it. The cool thing of why it was so awesome for Zero Suit Samus back in Metroid Zero Mission was because you can see her in the Zero Suit. Tell me that I'm wrong. Somebody explain to me how I'm wrong, or how I'm, you know what I'm saying? I want you first person freedom fighters, you first person freedom fighters, to explain to me how you'd emit her aura while she's in first person. Please explain to me. I need to know. Ravenbeak is literally the coolest Metroid villain, especially since he's the first warrior chosen. Exactly. Ravenbeak is goated. Man, we need a you know what, to be honest, we don't really need a Switch 2 patch, but man, a 4K 120 FPS patch for Metroid Dread. Woo! 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 That'd be a Nintendo Prime. Woo! That'd be a Nintendo Prime whoa if I've ever seen one, bro. But I mean, it's not needed. I mean, it runs at, I mean, if you play it on Switch 2, it runs at lock 60. But man. No, first person Metroid does not need to die. They can do both. I agree. No, okay, here's the thing, Jackson. I'm not saying that first person Metroid needs to die. No, I'm very much looking forward to Metroid Prime. It looks fun, it looks fluid. Finally, we get a mainline Prime game with good resolution and even better graphics, because this series is about graphics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a graphic series. When it came out in 2001, 2002 with Metroid Prime 1, it was like the real game of the year. You know what I'm saying? It was a graphical beast at 60 FPS. Got some crazy loading times because, you know, they're loading up all the other assets, but still, like, it was a beast. So this game was built on graphics. So I'm so happy now that Nintendo is finally, after multiple generations, brought Prime. This is the first real Prime game in HD, like the first new Prime game. We got Metroid Prime Remastered, but that's just the first Prime game, so that's great. But this is the first real built for HD Metroid Prime game. So I'm excited to play Metroid Prime. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Like, you can just tell the quality of the game in that last trailer. Like that last trailer, let me show you guys. Like here's how you see a little bit of quality with battle systems. Let me show you guys. We don't even have to watch the gameplay of like Nintendo, the trailer, because that was Metroid Prime for Nintendo Direct trailer. Let me show you guys. I can show you how to spot the quality of it. Once we not past the bike parts, because the bike parts are the bike parts, but when Samus rolls up right here, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is how you know it's like uniquely like a Nintendo weird thing. But it just, trust me, man, there's something about it that tells me this is gonna be the best playing Metroid Prime game we've ever played in our lives. Check this out. Right here. So one, you already see, obviously, game looks great, textures, graphics, blah blah blah, you know, that looks great, you know, but it's like this, the sound effects combined with the feedback and input, you can tell it feels smooth, but it feels a bit weighty, you know. See that right there? See that? Like that it's the little things. I know some of y'all gonna think I'm crazy for this, but trust me, a lot of times when things feel cheap or things don't feel good to play is because the impact and the weightiness and the sound effects are off. They feel soft, they feel not appropriate for what you're actually doing. So it doesn't give you that feedback of you know, of a well-constructed game. Now, once again, I might just be crazy on this one, but this is something that I feel is innate to, like, if you've just been playing games for a long time, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like when you blast an enemy, it's gotta feel and it's gotta give you some feedback and it's gotta sound a certain way. Metroid Prime has always done a great job with that, and this one seems to take it a little bit even better, right? So listen for that sound, like after Samus blasts him like that. Check this out. Like, just listen for it, right? See that? See that? Those little sounds, like, you see those little things? Check it out. Like this one right here, when Samus dodges to the right, hear the little sound that kind of pops up because she got tagged with the laser a little bit. See that? Did you guys see that? It went, it kind of like cut through her just a little bit. So those are the little things of the impact. Now, I've played games where like you get hit with the laser, your damage will just go off. There is no shake, screen shake. There is no feedback that you got hit. It just, oh, you got hit. Those are the games that feel a bit cheaper. When you don't see that feedback, when you don't see the animation, when you don't hear the little sound that feels like it, that's what happens when you get sizzed with the laser. You know, when you get burnt with the laser, those are the things that make a game feel cheaper, in my opinion, and make the gameplay worse. These are the little things that I think that Metroid Prime 4 nails. So despite me not liking first person, despite me getting nauseous in first person view, you know, these are the things that I'm willing to play through and work through to play the game, you know? It's like, even like that stuff right there. Like, see this? The red, this is when she, see like that, the charge through here, the impact of the shot, how like the plasma or whatever she was shooting. Shout outs to Chocobo. Thank you for the 19 months. Little electricity. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Seriously, thank you so much, Chocobo, for the 19 months, man. I appreciate your support. Did you hear that blast? And see it went flying and spinning off. Man, that stuff is so important. Like I said, there are a lot of games that don't get that right because it takes a lot of time and money to really get that impact correctly with the first-person shooter or with the first-person action-adventure game or even with an action game, you know? It really is difficult. This scene actually kind of embodies some of what I'm saying too. You have the feedback of the environment that you're in. You got enemies attacking you from all angles, and it looks vicious, you know? See that? Pull, the break. Even like the morph ball physics. I don't know if you guys have seen that thing with Did You Know Gaming, but they spoke or they talked about how the morph ball physics were even something that was crazy to do on the GameCube. So even the morph ball of it feeling like you're actually, like, if you could roll into a ball, like a metal ball, and roll down the side of the street, that's how it's going to look. That's how it's going to feel. That's how you're going to be like. And apparently getting that type of physics rendering is not easy for it to roll like that. Like how you would think in your mind how you would roll as a ball, you know? It's crazy, right? It's crazy. So those are like all like the little things, you know, when it comes down to it, you know? Woo! I'm looking forward to Metroid Prime. Like I said, this is the reason why Switch 2. See that logo right here? Switch 1, Switch 2. It's inevitable. It is the future. This, whether you're playing it now on Switch 1, whether you're picking it up on the next one, when they make the next Metroid Prime, when they make the next 2D Metroid game, it doesn't matter. It is inevitable that people are going to buy the system and enjoy it. Now, once again, fairly critique it. I critique it too. Key cards, battery life could be better. There are definitely some things, you know, obviously no OLED, you know, there's definitely some things. But the fake stuff, the fake lies about the sales numbers or about what people are buyer's remorse, and cut the cap on that type of stuff, you know? Let's just be real. Let's be real here. Let's not lie to our audience for YouTube views. But then again, we might as well. I just saw somebody, Pokemon Legends ZA's biggest disappointment ever, angry, overpriced Miyamoto, angry, evil. 700,000 views in one day. Like, so I can see why the grifters are grifting. I can see why the grift is the grift. When you get 700,000 views in one day, yeah, you're going to keep doing what you're doing. The exteriors of Pokemon could look much better, but honestly, the gameplay, music, and even how sharp it looks, all chef's kiss. Yeah, the frame rate obviously is great. 60 frames per second on Switch 2. The music is fantastic. The combat is good. Just, yeah, the environments are not the best. And obviously, there could be voice acting. So, yeah. Will there be 3D audio in Prime 4? I'm pretty sure there will be. Most of the games on Switch 2 support 3D audio now. So, I'm pretty sure there'll be 3D audio in that one, too. So yeah. It's crazy how Ravenbeak could tear apart an enemy with his bare hands. The aura is insane. Aura is insane. Mecha Ridley. Graphic far better than you expected. That's the first time that I heard somebody say that. Character models, animations, and building interiors look beautiful. Environments could use a bit. Okay, yeah, the inside looks good. The inside, obviously, because they don't have to render as much stuff, so the insides definitely look good, or look better at least. Yeah, the character models are fine. The character models have never been the problem. It's always been the environments. So. Prime 4 look like Halo. Those two series have always been kind of like lockstep, Prime and Halo, because they both came out around the same time. People would always compare them. So yeah. Hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. Appreciate you guys coming out. 5 combos away as well. From the 45-minute extension. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. If you have questions, feel free to tag me. Like I said, @players is hashtag players is players by itself. Yep. When the grip ain't working, start to assume that there's honest beliefs. Oh man, that's funny. That is great. Let me read some more comments here. What's the email? My email, playersis30@yahoo. Or no, sorry, playersis30@gmail. It's also on my homepage too. If you go to my about, it's also on there too. What music? This music is Jazzy NYC remix from Mr. Destructor 90. So yeah, shout outs to Mr. Destructor 90. He's the GOAT. I don't know who he is, but he made some pretty cool music here about a decade ago with this track. Street Fighter, one of the games that has some of the best music ever created. Street Fighter for sure. So yeah. All right, we're gonna go over some more gaming news too here, guys. We also have a patent for potentially Nintendo DS. Nintendo getting ready or gearing up for Nintendo DS. So why is it upside down? Goodness gracious, why is it upside down? It's upside down. Okay. I'll put it through the image thing. Man, you must just have bad taste then. Recovery Room Podcast. You got crazy taste, man. Because that ending to Metroid Dread is better than Metroid Prime endings. It just is. So I don't know how you don't think that Metroid Dread ending isn't. But hey, to each their own. Let's see here. It's the concept art in Dread. You see Raven Beak holding the arm in his hand. Okay, the concept art. Got you. Hey, what's up, Dan Lee? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, my boy. Good to see you here. Welcome. Let's go over some more gaming news. So what do you guys think about the Nintendo DS? Would any of you guys like to see Nintendo DS on the Nintendo Switch 2? Let me know in the chat if you'd like to see Nintendo DS on the Nintendo Switch 2. Yo, what's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? I'm going on a full media blackout for Prime 4, bro. Listen, I'm not going to go on a full media blackout for it, but I mean, I'm not going to watch a bunch of reviews and stuff like that. I'm not. I will probably do like a review roundup, but I'm not going to like watch the reviews and watch everybody else's gameplay. Like, I'm sold already, you know? So, I'm already sold. I'm already super sold on Metroid Prime 4. I'm sold. My upcoming games that I'm just like super excited for that I'm already sold on. Obviously, Pokemon Legends ZA already picked up that. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, picking up that. Kirby Air Riders, picking up that. Yo! Shoutouts to Vincent! Let's go with the double JOJO!
Here's a double JOJO from me and the cool guy. Thanks for stopping by the stream. That was awesome to see you there.
Yeah, man.
Music request Mario Party Luigi's Engine Room Extended. Second track Metroid Dread.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just let me know. Just DM me. I mean, I subscribe to your channel, but just DM me anytime, man, and I'll be able to stop by. Like, if you guys are Elite Ninjas here in the chat and you stream and, you know, you're streaming to, like, not as many people, and if you just drop me a line, man, I'll come hang out whenever I can. You know, I'll come hang out and, just be like, what up? I usually don't like to say anything when I'm in other streams because people will just start, if people like me or not, they'll start acting crazy. I had one guy like freaking try to like dox me from like a stream that I was in the other day, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the last time that I say anything in streams. But yeah, if it's one of the Elite Ninjas here, yeah, I'll come by, I'll say what up. Shout outs to my man Vadset. Thank you for the big 20. Let's get your Mario Party Luigi Engine Room. Let's get that Engine Room theme. Thank you so much, man, for the big 20 from you and the cool guy. That does make you know what time it is. You know what time it is, baby. That makes you that makes it Hokage and Stream Ninja. Yo, anybody does 20 or more, you can be about Vadcent and the cool guy. Vadcent. If I can type properly. Thank you so much, Vadcent. Thank you for the big 20. 60 on the board. You guys also know what that means. Yo, Frankie, I appreciate that, man. I mean, I can see that you're clearly a big Metroid fan. So, to me, I'll say this, Frankie. Honestly, like, no joke, no cap. These are the type of arguments that we should be having. These are the good type of arguments. Not that, the fanboy wars with, freaking ROG allies, whatever, or play, like, these are the real gamer arguments that we had back in the day. What, you think that game did? No, that's the real one. These are the real arguments, bro. I like this. That's how I grew up on. I mean, yeah, there was console war stuff, but a lot of it was based off the actual games, man. Like, a lot of it was based off of that. Yo, and Ben's 310 with the JoJo.
Hello, OJ and everyone.
What up?
It's crazy how much Switch gets hate. Pokemon is getting tons of it. People complaining, and especially popular streamers with million subs. The game looks good. Like a PS5, no, but we'll take it given all the improvements they made. Clinking glasses.
PS5, right? We out here with the PS5, PS triple. Shout outs to Frankie, shout outs to Benz. I mean, in my opinion, once again, all it's doing is advertising the game. I think it's actually gonna have the opposite effect, in my opinion. But then again, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? But I think it's gonna have the opposite effect. People that are super, super angry and say it's like the worst thing ever, people are gonna look at it and be like, well, man, hold up, the gameplay looks pretty fun, man. This looks kind of lit, you know? So I think and people are gonna end up buying it more, in my opinion. What they should have done was, you should highlight the games and you should play the games to your million subscribers that are better in that realm. So if you got SMT, you got digital or
valuable
Digimon
items
or whatever, those are the games you should be highlighting instead of being upset about Pokemon if it's really that bad. But like I said, you got people that all of a sudden never talked about, you know, Digimon, Time Stranger, not a single tweet about Digimon, but then all of a sudden magically, I'm playing Digimon, like on the week of Pokemon, all of a sudden magically, of course. So there's also that too. Shout outs to Matt. Thank you for the gifted sub. My man Matt been gifting a lot of subs lately. Shout outs to Ben's 310 too, man. I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate the love. 72 on the combo board. We are going. And you guys know what time it is. We got to do it because it is JoJo Friday. So you know, right here, baby. We got to strike the pose. We got to hit it. JoJo's in the chat. Thank you so much to my man Vadsant and also Ben's 310. Yo, we out here tonight, man. I appreciate you guys. It helps out a lot. So when I get cooked in some of my videos, I ain't got to worry about it too much. So thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. Although today's video did okay. 6 out of 10. 6K views so far. So it's positive Switch 2 news, so it doesn't really get as many views as the negative stuff. So but yeah, thank you guys for watching, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let's see here. They don't understand this power of spite. They really don't, man. People don't understand it. Like I said, it's okay to be critical. It's like I said, I'm not trying to say people aren't allowed to be critical, but just saying it's like the worst thing ever and bashing people who like it, like that's a one-way ticket to people just being like, screw you, man. I'm gonna play whatever I want, you know? So, and I think that's kind of how Pokemon's always been. So, yeah. OJ is right. His hate videos are advertisement. No one's spending time talking about other games. Listen, man, Digimon kind of fell off. People aren't talking about it as much unless they talk about Pokemon. You know that your game might be screwed if they have not announced sales numbers and all they do is bring up Pokemon whenever they talk about, or bring up Pokemon if you're talking about Digimon. Like, if people just talked about Digimon and how great it was and all these big content creators just streamed it and made videos on it and helped make it more popular, then, I mean, I don't know. Then that would be so much better for everybody, but they don't. So they want to use it for spite. They want to use it to be angry. And then ultimately it turns into like, people are like, well, I like Pokemon. It turns into like an argumentative and like angry thing instead of more of like, hey, this thing does this cool and maybe you should consider it. It's the same thing, like I said, with what's it called? With, and I'll get that dono in just a bit. Shout out to Simeon Coin, man. Appreciate the multiple donos tonight. I'm going to read your comment. It's the same thing that I said with what's it called? With Sonic Racing Crossworlds. People were trying to pit it against Mario Kart. People were trying to sit there and say Mario Kart's terrible. It's the worst game ever. You know, don't buy Mario Kart. Don't play it. And I think it had the opposite effect. It came out, people in Japan said, who cares? So Mario Kart sold better in pretty much every region, you know? So, yeah, I think it's sometimes the opposite happens. Andres Molina, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Simeon Coin with the $5 says DS games coming to Switch 2. It is inevitable. Haha. Music request is Mega Man 5 Napalm Man Stage. I don't understand why some complain those. Yeah, I understand why some complain. There are some like critical things to complain about. You know? So I understand. But like I said, the people that are going like too far, like going like overboard, you know, or like making up things to be upset. Like, I'm just playing Digimon now. Man, you didn't play. Stop the cat.
Mark my words, positive Switch vids are going to start getting crazy views once Mario, Smash and Zeldas get announced and dropped. Guaranteed.
Well, yeah, it's very much like Switch 1. The only difference is that we got Mario and Zelda in the first year of Switch 1 compared to this one. We got Mario and Zelda, but obviously we didn't get like brand new major Mario and Zelda. So, yeah. But very similar to Switch 1 after all of that, in 2018, that was the narrative in 2018. All the games, there's no new games. Where's the next games? There's not anything. That was the narrative in 2018. So, but yeah, the video views are definitely going to change. Now, the sales are still going to be the sales because people know it's coming. And people are buying Pokemon and stuff like that. But yeah, shout outs to Massive Rican. Thank you for the $10 dono. Massive Rican with 17 total. Appreciate that. Another JOJO. Yo, let's go. Get a Metroid Dread theme next, and then we got Simeon Coin's music. Metroid Dread music. Shout outs to Frankie too, man. I appreciate that. 87 on the combo board, guys. We are 13 combos away from the platinum streak, 49, and that is only one more away from our guaranteed marathon streak. Let's go. Thank you guys so much, man. 50 platinum streak. That is awesome. So I appreciate you guys, for real. Thank you so much. I think the Wii launches on NSO in 2033 when it's past 2033. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm still alive by then. And the 3DS will be added in 2036 when it's 25 years old, because that's the magical age all the systems had to reach before they added the NSO. That is too long, Jackson. Like, that is 5, 6, that's 8 years from now? That'd be a little bit too long. Oh my, I would hope they'd add those systems like within a better time frame. Like, for example, in the last 8 years, we've gotten, you know, NES, Super NES, you know, all the way through the GameCube. We got GBA. Like, I would want them to add it.
Things are getting better
faster.
for me and my wife. You would think that Pokemon ZA killed a puppy with the hate. Lol.
Oh my gosh, killed a pup. Seriously, man, you would think so. You would think. Thank you so much, Justin. And Justin, you didn't have to do that, my man. I appreciate it, though, but you don't feel obligated. You can put whatever comment you have in the chat. I'll read it, of course. Thank you for the combo breaks, guys. 10 combos away from the platinum streak. Let's go. Music's kind of loud. Oh, yeah. Music's kind of loud. Oh, I know why the music's loud, guys. Sorry. Hold up. Because I had it up. I had the music up from the Sovereign thing, from that what's it called? From that Mass Effect stuff. I forgot to turn it down on the desktop audio. My bad, guys. The music's probably been loud for a while now, huh? My bad, guys. Sorry about that. Hadn't played Mario Kart World for the first 4 months after launch. Started Grand Prix Cups and recently blown away how incredible fun it is. Like, whatever people talking about this rocks. Yeah, it's really fun. The controls and the gameplay are great. You know, but I think they're talking about, like, some of more of the hardcore fans are talking about, like, the 3-lap tracks, not getting those as much. And really, that seems to be, like, one of the big things was the 3-lap tracks. But the gameplay is fun. The gameplay is, you know, really fun and all that. And, like, not, like, more content. Maybe, like, much more content, you know. Mario Kart World hate is funny. I'm also seeing people actually warming up to the intermissions now that they're liking them. Like in 24-player races. I think that you're starting to see some more of the advanced tactics come out from, like, shortcuts that you can take during, like, the intermission races. But I still think Nintendo needs to, like, lock it down to where you can pretty much have a 3-lap track every single time. Which, I don't know, Party Man, how is it like on there? Or is it, like, still pretty inconsistent, or how is it? 8 years, exactly. Because I don't think we're going to get them on Switch 2. I think they'll be for Switch 3. Oh, gosh. Jackson, I don't even want to talk about Switch 3 right now. Like, I don't even want that to be in, like, my brain. Like, after the launch of the Switch 2, like, goodness gracious, I think I've had enough of even new systems. You know what I'm saying? I think I've even had enough of new systems. I'll be honest, man. Like, we're at the point where technology advancing, that's great, but we're at the point where it's really going to be more about the actual games, dude. You know? So let's see. It's much better. For me personally. Okay, it's good. Just got a raise, and my wife is full time now. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Don't even still though, Justin. Don't feel obligated because of that. But once again, I appreciate it, fam. And congratulations to your wife, man. That's awesome. She's full time. Glad that you're doing great, man. I'm telling you. See, look, you surround yourself with positivity, positive things happen. Surround yourself with negativity, negative things happen. So, you know, like the little things, you know. Still remember pre-order night. We were, oh my god, I was on edge, and I shouldn't have been. I could have just walked into my GameStop, my local GameStop. I could have just got it there, and there was a midnight launch, so I would have had to go to my brother's house. Even though it was cool to go see my brother, though, so I don't regret that. But yeah. And plus, Nintendo invited me to go to Nintendo San Francisco, so yeah, I would have went there anyway. So yeah. OJ, what's your thoughts on Gen 10 leaks? Yeah, I think it looks good so far. But we gotta wait and see for more information. Check out my video, though. I did talk about it more in my video, Dr.
Your
Birdie.
Mariners just had a huge grand slam to win the game. They are up 3-2 going back to Toronto. Meanwhile, with the Dodgers, Ohtani started pitching, had 3 strikeouts, then hit a homer. Lol. Dude's a unicorn.
Yeah, he's one of one. I don't think there's anybody that's been like him in the history of baseball. When it comes, I mean, maybe Babe Ruth, but there hasn't been many people that have been able to do what he's doing, pitching and hitting at the same time like that. And yes, the Grand Slam, 1 game away from. I wish they wouldn't have lost 2 games, like the 2 games in a row, though. I wish they would have won one of those, then stole it right here with the Grand Slam, you know. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, going back to Toronto, man, I really hope they play well. I really hope they can get to the World Series. I'm gonna have to buy a Mariners hat if they make it to the World Series. I've gotta buy. It'll be my first time ever in my life wearing a Mariners hat, because I always thought the hats look stupid, like with the compass on it. But I'm gonna have to buy like an old school, 1993, 92 Mariners, that Ken Griffey Jr. style hat. I'm gonna have to buy that. I've never worn a Mariners hat in my life, though, because I always thought like the logo was dumb. I've always been a fan of them, but the logo was dumb. So I really hope they win, man. I really hope they win. The fact that if the Mariners win the World Series, the fact that the Mariners won the World Series before the Niners won a Super Bowl after their last Super Bowl in '94, that is like happy and sad at the same time, you know? I'm like, great, the Mariners won, but wait a minute, they won one before the Niners were able to win a Super Bowl, and they've been to the Super Bowl like how many times? They've been to the Super Bowl 3 times since their last Super Bowl victory, and they've lost all 3. So yeah, it's looking a little scary. I gotta watch this next game. Do you know when the next game is? I gotta watch it. I gotta watch this next game. I gotta give them my aura and my energy. Whatever little aura I have, I gotta transfer. Like, I'm gonna be like Goku, or like people of Earth and all the universe, putting their hands in the air, raising them up for Goku, collecting the spirit ball, spirit energy. Nick93, thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the support. 7 combos away from that platinum streak. 49. Let's go. Your backlog's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, the drink business is doing good, especially this time of the year. Yeah, man, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad everything's doing exactly. It's like the holiday, right? So holidays, people are ordering a lot, you know. Is there anything, I know I'm all the way over here, pretty far away from you, but is there anything that I can do here that helps out you over there, Justin, when it comes to like my purchasing decisions and stuff like that? Is there anything that kind of helps out, you know, passively or anything like that? Just get the Mario edition. They have the Mario edition. They have a Mario edition Seattle Mariners hat? I didn't know that. Sunday at 5 p.m. Perfect. I'll be able to watch it. Sunday at 5 p.m. Okay. Gotta give them the energy. Sunday at 5 p.m. Let's go. I was really hoping, no offense, Nick, I was really hoping the Brewers would win, because I thought that the Dodgers are too good. You know, even if the Mariners make it to the World Series, like, I don't know, how are they going to be able to beat the Dodgers? The Dodgers have, like, the biggest money. They're like the Western, the West Coast Yankees now at this point, right? Remember the Yankees from, like, the 90s and 2000s just buying up titles? They're like the Yankees. They just buy up everything. Like, it's impossible to beat them, you know? So that's the only thing that I'm worried about. It's like, oh, now we got to, even if they win, now they got to face the Dodgers? Nobody's been able to, to really take out the Dodgers recently. Let's see here. Nintendo should add more action to the interactions. Imagine if they introduced an item that could trigger random natural disasters like tornadoes, earthquakes, or tsunamis. I'm not even sure what game you're talking about, Hiddy Jones. Let's see here. I want Canada to win. Sorry, I set unfinished messages. Okay. You buy Canada Dry and Sunkist, right? That's part of the soda company I work for. Okay, yes, I do. I do buy Sunkist, yeah. And sometimes I'll have a Canada Dry. But although I did cut back quite a bit for health, But I do get them, like, especially for like the holidays. I do buy them, take them over, and I also buy them. My little nephews, they like them, so I'll have them in the house. Absolutely, I just can't drink as much myself. But yes, my nephews, they like the Diet Orange Sunkist in particular, and my wife does like the Canada Dry, like the Diet Canada Dry. So every now and then, like every couple weeks, we'll buy like one or two. So yeah, there you go. I think you answered that already. I just wanted to make sure, but I figured it was those drinks because we commented on it before. Okay, I've been playing this song for way too long. Shout outs to Cool Guy, appreciate you. Let's get the next music though. And this one is, what was the next music? Mega Man Napalm, Mega Man 5. Mega Man 5 Napalm Man theme. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that to Simeon Coin. What's your guys' opinion on ZA OST? I really have been enjoying it. I mean, it's Pokemon OST. The OST for Pokemon games are always really good, so I like it. I like it a lot. It's very good. It has dynamic battle themes too, which is always cool to see and all that. So yeah. Always get to see that. Let's see. I can only get one game this month. I don't know if I should be Pokemon or Digimon. I'm a huge fan, huge of both. Digimon's gonna get you the better graphical experience, right? It's gonna get you probably more content in the game in terms of overall content. So I would say if you're a big fan of both, I actually would recommend, I mean, if you're not interested in the online multiplayer for Pokemon Legends ZA, which is like Battle Royale type multiplayer, I would say, Digimon might be a good option for that. Because if you're just looking at, like, you're just stacking up the games one by one. Like, you're looking at graphics, you're looking at, obviously, like, voice acting, you're looking at all of those content in the game. I think Digimon's actually a pretty good bet to pick over it, just, like, objectively looking at it from, if you like both of those games, you like both of those franchises equally, then I'd say Digimon. Digimon from what I've seen and from the little that I've played. Now, personally, like I said, me personally, when it comes to, like, combat in the game and, like, a little bit of soul, obviously Digimon is great and it's really, really, really good. Pokemon has its own charm too. But, I mean, like I said, if you're comparing it as somebody who likes both of them evenly, I think Digimon's a good choice. I will say this, though. Check out the demo. I mean, if you've played, check out the demo of Pokemon. There is no demo of Pokemon. Check out the demo of Digimon Story Time Stranger. Play that, see what you think about the demo. So if you haven't done that already. There is no demo for Pokemon. So with Digimon, you actually get to try it out. Now, try the demo. If you don't think the demo is very good, then get Pokemon, The background is so nostalgic. You're the reason I bought Xenoblade when Definitive Edition came out. Thanks, man. Hey, no problem, Wallace. I wonder if Nintendo has some sort of special advertisement if the Mariners go to the World Series. I mean, I think the deal was just for that patch on away games or their away uniforms. So I think it's just going to be that. I don't think there's anything else. I don't know if there's any incentives based on how far the Mariners go. Does Nintendo pay more? But I'm guessing it was a flat rate. Hey, look, for this season, do this, because nobody expected the Mariners to be good this year. Nobody expected the Mariners to be a World Series level team. So I don't think Nintendo negotiated like, oh, if you're in the World Series, we got to pay more or something like that. So I think it was just a flat rate, like obviously a lot. I don't think that patch is cheap. I think that patch was multiple millions of dollars to get that patch on there. But I think it was money well spent, to be honest. I mean, especially baseball. If I'm going to a baseball game, I'm probably going to bring my Switch too as well. There's a lot of downtime in baseball. So yeah. I wonder if, so yeah. That Nintendo patch on the Mariners jersey, it's huge and it sticks out, and that was absolutely intentional. Nintendo could have made a patch that was more, blended in better and all that, but they don't want it to blend in. They really want it to show Nintendo Switch 2. Like, it's clear. You can clearly see what that says on there. It says 2, got a big 2 Nintendo Switch. You can see that thing. It sticks out like a sore thumb, and that's exactly the way Nintendo wanted it. That's what they wanted. They want you to be like, what is that? What is that on your arm? That's exactly what they want. And every single time that the pitcher pitches, you can see that patch. Every time that they bat, depending on how they bat, you can see that big old patch on there. That's exactly what they wanted. That's money well spent, in my opinion. Let's see here. Will the show on Switch 2 have the patch on the Mariners jersey? That would be awesome. I don't think it will, because I don't think that the license extends to the games, but we'll see. I don't think so, because they didn't have it this year in the show. It should have had it this year, but it didn't. I work some physicians, and they be playing Switch 2 on their downtime. Crazy hype is real, yo. Let's go. Let's go. They should get Miyamoto to throw the first ball of the game. Oh, that would be so good. If the Mariners make it to the World Series, oh yeah, they're like the first pitch. That'd be so good. I would love that because he's never done that before. So yeah, that'd be super. Or like, you know, or maybe, I mean, I guess people wouldn't like it if it was Doug Bowser. I mean, I'm probably thinking Doug Bowser would do it, right? It would probably be Doug Bowser. But yeah, Miyamoto would be goated if it was Miyamoto. Like, so yeah. Oh my gosh, yo, Nick93 with the off the top turnbuckle. Says Dr. Birdie says you're a Mets fan. And dude is talking about pay to win. You got the richest owner and spent $400 million just to miss the playoffs. Damn, that's definitely off the top rope. Calm down, Nick. Goodness gracious. $400 million just to miss the playoffs. Yeah, that's a lot of money just to miss the playoffs, though. Weren't the Mets kind of good, though, recently? Didn't they make it to the World Series recently, or didn't they? I haven't been following baseball recently, up until now, obviously, because of my Mariners, but weren't they kind of good recently, though? I always forgot how popular baseball is in Japan. Oh, yeah, baseball is super popular in Japan. It's, like, really popular. It's more popular than I thought it would ever be, but yeah, it's definitely popular. People like baseball there. So, yeah. They went deep in the playoffs last year. Dodgers knocked them out. Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought the Mets were kind of good recently. So, yeah, they went deep. Of course, the Dodgers knocked them out. Of course, Dodgers knock out everybody, right? Shout outs, though, guys. Appreciate you guys coming through to the stream. Hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. How many likes are we at? We need some more likes in this piece. We're only at 112 likes. We got to get to 130 likes, guys. 130 likes. Let's go. Hit that like button. We still got a good amount of time left on tonight's stream. Budokai 3 music? Absolutely. Can we do the opening? I love the opening in Budokai 3. Should we do the Japanese opening? Yeah, here we go. Shout outs to Justin, man. Love this track. Shout outs to Akira Toriyama, the GOAT. Manga GOAT, anime GOAT. I know you're a huge anime fan. Have you seen all the cool anime events at Dodgers games? Nah, not really. I mean, I'm a big anime fan, but I'm not like the biggest anime fan. Like, I don't watch anime like every night and all that. But yes, I have at times binge watched a lot of animes. Bleach, Naruto, you know, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Daima. Like, there are a number of animes, but I don't like watch it all the time. Like, watch all the new animes and all that. So I'm not like the biggest anime nut, but like I'm definitely a fan of anime. Like, I'm a fan for sure. I've watched Demon Slayer. I've watched a number of animes in my day. Let's see here. They'll announce the next Mario game at the Jumbotron at the World Series. JK, yeah. So let's go find the Dragon Balls and bring him back to life. I wish, man. There's got to be some technology, or there's got to be some type of natural thing that can do that. One of these days, somebody will find it. They'll find, like, a fountain of youth deep in, like, Africa or something like that. And, like, there's going to be, like, wars over in the distant future. There's gotta be, man. There's probably something that somebody will find one of these days. Let's see here. Or deep in the sea somewhere or something like that. Oh man, but you definitely watched the peak shows. Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched all the greats. I've watched all like the old school goats, you know. Yo, shout outs to Alan Ruiz with the JOJO.
Music. KOF 2002 Osaka, Kusanagi.
Absolutely, man. I got you. Thank you so much. Alan Ruiz with the big $10 dono. Yes, sir. We're going to get that JoJo coming up, and we're going to get that music as well. Let's go. So, not even joking, I do have 7 fake Dragon Balls. I've always wanted to get, like, a really nice Dragon Ball set. You know, I just never got around to it, but I think it'd be kind of cool to have that. So, yeah. Can't wait for Solo Leveling Season 3. I still need to watch that anime. I haven't seen it yet. Shoutouts to Shaw X. I know you've been here for a while, but I gotta say, what up, Shaw X? The Shaw says. Shaw X in the house, like always. I just gotta get more time. That's my problem. It's the time aspect. If I had more time, I can watch anime like a beast. I can just sit back and watch anime all day. And like eat candy. Sit back, eat candy, and watch anime. Oh yeah, anytime, party man. If you remember, send me a pic for sure. For sure. OJ, you gonna love Solo Leveling? I know, I just need to find the time to watch it and I'll get into it. I tried to get into JJK, but like I watched a few episodes then I just like fell out of it, but I should have kept watching. So I'll get into Solo Leveling at some point, but you know. I like Hunter x Hunter. I got into Hunter x Hunter, and Hunter x Hunter is freaking incredible. Hunter x Hunter is so good. Yeah, I gotta wait for One Piece Kai, man. I ain't watching 10,000 episodes of One Piece, you know, so I gotta wait for like the Kai version or whatever that they're working on. So once they do that, I'll check out One Piece, you know. So yeah, I surprisingly make time to watch anime. Yeah, I need to make some more time to watch anime, dude. I really need to make some more time. All right, let's get this next track coming up here from my man Alan Ruiz. Going further than beyond, and of course, we've got the JoJo. Big love, Alan. I appreciate you, man. KOF 2002. Saka theme. Let's go. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the big dono. And of course, we are over. You guys know what time it is, man. You guys know what time it is. We got to play this too. We are over it. We've got the limit break on tap, on deck. Let's go. We got to play it. Wait for me on this one. Big love. Appreciate you guys. Let's go. So it doesn't have that many episodes. You can you know what? I probably need to just get caught up real quick. And probably add some Solo Leveling content to the channel. I've been looking for an anime to watch that's current that I can use to kind of get, you know, some new followers, new subs and stuff like that. So I'll probably see if I can catch up and maybe make some content on it too. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Yo, Ben's 310 with another JoJo.
You got a Chainsaw Man movie on October 24th. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Been watching Geishakuta while I wait for season in the movie.
Let's go. Ben's 310 with another dono. That's 2 JoJos, so you know what time it is. Ben's 310, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Ben's 310. Out here as the Hokage Stream Ninja. Or just Hokage, my bad. Hey, when there's 20 or more, you can time up or pass them up on the board. Yo, you guys know. We got to do it. Anytime we get that $10 JoJo, you know we got to do it again. Hit him with it, baby. There's only 20. Oh yeah, I gotta get caught up with Solo Leveling. I gotta make some content on it though. I gotta make some content on it. That's what I really gotta do. Gotta make some content. So yeah, if it's a short anime, I'll look into making content on Solo Leveling. Yeah, I gotta get going on that. We gotta pick up the pace on the channel. So yeah. So yeah, absolutely, man. This is a banger track though. Legacy Real says Pokemon trash. That's fine. Don't play it, man. Ain't nobody forcing you. Don't play. Play something else. No, I'm not sure why you're coming here to tell me. Don't play. Any anime tie-in games you'd recommend on Switch? Anime tie-in games? I don't recommend a damn thing. Like in terms of like hardcore anime, I don't recommend nothing. But I mean, Demon Slayer, might want to try that one. Naruto, you can try that one too. Any anime? So yeah, Bleach is so fire. Yeah, Bleach is fire. Bleach is great. 1,000 Year Blood War is very good. So yeah, I'm enjoying Pokemon though. I'm having a ton of fun playing it. I'm about 8-9 hours in to ZA. Been collecting new Pokemon. Been leveling up my Fergie. My Toadie to a Fergie. So it's been good, man. I've been having a lot of fun playing the game. Any word as to whether Atelier Rising Trilogy Switch 2 versions will be 60 FPS? Is there an actual native Switch 2 version of that game? Or is it a Switch 1 version that you can play on your Switch 2? Because if there's a Switch 1 version that you can play on your Switch 2, if they do what they did like Atelier Yumiya, they'll put a performance mode in there, so then you can put the performance mode for the Switch 1 version and it'll unlock the frame rate to run it at 60 FPS. So if it's like that, then yes, but I'm not sure if there's a native Switch 2 version. But if there's a native one, then yeah, it'll run at 60. Bon Kai. On Switch 2 shop. Oh yeah, it should run at 60. Yeah, it should. Yorichi is fire, man. She's great. She's actually goated. I was hyped for Hunter x Hunter. I think you meant Nen Impact. Heard it flopped. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact flopped. But it flopped because the developers and the publisher have no idea what they're doing. I thought Aiding was going to be goated. Aiding, they worked on Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They worked on the Naruto Clash of Ninja series. But the problem was that, like, first there's like, oh, we're going to use delay-based netcode. Oh, no, never mind. We're going to use rollback netcode. Oh, we're going to delay the game longer. Oh, there's no anime or there's no brand synergy. There's no new movie coming out. There's no new anime coming out. There's no new nothing. So it just launched to nothing. And then the game got a demo and it was like broken combos. It was just like people doing auto combos. One button juggles in the corner. I'm just like, oh my gosh. How did they mess this up? How did they mess this up? How did they messed up Hunter. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah, gosh. I don't think nobody even reviewed the game. I'm looking on Metacritic. Like, nobody even reviewed the game. Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, it's got a 53 average on Metacritic. Oh. Hold on, let me just pause this real quick. It's got a 53 average on Metacritic. It's got dude, it got a total of 15, 16, 17. I'll just play the music. It got a total of 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. It got 27 reviews total. 27 reviews total. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all it got. 15 reviews on PS5, 7 reviews on PC, and 5 reviews on Switch. They didn't send any review copies. They barely sent any review copies to anybody. They clearly did not send them to anime channels. I don't know, man. This was... on the Switch 1, it's got a 71 average on the Switch 1. So it looks like some of the Switch reviewers liked it, but on the PS5 and the PC, it's got like a 50s. So definitely mediocre. Give me 1 second here, guys. My sister's calling me, and I'm guessing it's important because she's calling me twice now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. My sister just needed she needed my help for something tomorrow, so she was just calling to confirm. The guy who wrote the Hunter x Hunter anime left the company. That's why the show just ends. Still, though, there needed to be a new movie. There needed to be something. OJ, Yumiya is not 30 FPS on Switch 2. If you put it into performance mode, it's 60 FPS. There's a performance mode, and nobody knew why there's a performance mode on there, but that's the reason why. So put it in performance, it unlocks the frame rate, and then if you play it on Switch 2, it's at 60 FPS. And that comes from the Atelier boss, DJ King. He knows everything about Atelier because he be watching. He likes Atelier, and that's what he said. So therefore, what he says goes. So it's actually 60 on Switch 2. You just gotta change the performance to change the performance mode in the options. So yeah. I don't know when they'll add voice acting, but maybe they'll add it next gen. We'll see. Let's see. Bring back fighting game of the year nominee, Shonen Jump. You mean Jump Force? Jump Force, yeah. That game's trash. I trusted you. I trusted you with aiding. No, I know. Seriously, you're the chosen one. Aiding went down. Now they're called 7ing. They went down by 1 rank, or 6ing, 3ing, 2ing. Those reviews were 5ing right now, bro. Those were some 5ing reviews, bro. Man, what a disappointment, man. What a disappointment. Let's see here. Hunter x Hunter manga is not finished yet, but the author got health problems and really makes another chapter. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, like, once again, like, the whole Pokemon voice acting thing, like, yeah, it'd be great if they had it, you know, in there. So I'm hoping they add it for the next one. And if you don't like it, obviously, you can always just turn it off. Atelier DX eShop page mentioned graphic options, so probably performance and graphics mode. Yeah. Let's see. To be fair, they got no budget. There's plenty of budget within that. There's plenty of budget. 13 million. That is plenty of budget to get voice acting. So no, that's plenty. If that's even if those budgets aren't even true, but let's just hypothetically say that is the budget. But those aren't the actual budgets. But if those are the actual budgets, like, that's still plenty. Like, there's games that are much cheaper made that have it. So that's not it. They just don't want to do it. They just don't want to. And nothing to do with the budget. Let's see here. The guy who makes Hunter x Hunter is the maker of Yu Yu Hakusho and the husband of the mangaka Sailor Moon. Yes, I do know that, which is cool. Oh, you were talking about Hunter x Hunter? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Pokemon. The budget? But they don't have the budget for what with Hunter x Hunter? That Hunter x Hunter being bad had nothing to do with the budget. Like, having, like, a broken combo system, that has nothing to do with the budget, though, you know? So... I love OG Naruto and Shippuden, but I think Boruto was a mistake. From what I've seen, Boruto is actually pretty good once you get deep into it. But I still haven't watched all of it yet, so no spoilers for me, please. He says, I don't care if Pokemon has VA, I can read at a middle school. There's just some scenes that would obviously be better with it, you know? They could do Japanese voices only at first, and they could do more language options in the future of Pokemon. Exactly. I think, like, even at a bare minimum, like, just Japanese and English. I think that would be fine. You don't have to translate to, like, 5 million different languages. Just do Japanese and English for right now. So, yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. But like I said, it could happen in this next generation, but you never know. It could not. I'm not going to sit there and say that it will. I'm not going to say that it won't. But at least we got 60 FPS on the Switch, too. So that's good. And good resolution, too. So those are positives, for sure. Absolutely. Big love though, guys. Make sure you keep on hitting that like button. It's the charm. And also ask the questions. Let's go. Ask the questions if you got them. I don't get how reviewers give give sources. One person looks at a game and gives 100, and then another reviewer gives a 70. I mean, people have different opinions. So like that's really what it comes down to, is that there's a vast difference of opinion, you know? But sometimes reviewers are paid off. I'm trying to do some more stuff, you know. So but I'm trying to do some more stuff, but you know, sometimes, you know, I think, you know, I think IGN is paid off by Asus. But the problem is I just can't prove it. I just can't prove it. But this is me. I am on to you, IGN. I am on to you. I can't prove it. But when I do, I will prove it. But I'm almost positive they're paid off by Asus. Can't prove it. JoJo Friday in the house. Can't prove it. But I'm on to them. I'm on to them. I can't prove it yet. I just can't prove it. But I'll figure it out. I'm almost positive though. I'll keep it a buck. And this doesn't have anything to do with Brian Altano. Has nothing to do with Paris Snyder. Has nothing to do with Casey. Has nothing to do with the peeps that I mess with. You know, there. Paris Snyder. I think I already said that. I just can't prove it. But I think they're paid by Asus for the ROG Ally. Let me give you guys my suspicions why. Before the Switch 2 came out, the Switch 2 expensive system, steep price, $450, too expensive. Too expensive, steep price, PC's better, this and that, ROG Ally. Don't mention the price. Don't mention the price of the ROG Ally. Don't mention the price of the new ROG Allies coming out. Steep price though. Switch 2 actually comes out. The review comes out. Steep price. $450, not really worth it. You get a Switch 1, plus you get the added boost and power of the Switch 2. It's stronger than a Steam Deck, only $50 more, and it comes with a dock, and it comes with all the cables, and it comes with 2 controllers, and they're detachable, unlike Steam Deck. Only $50 more. What'd they say? 7 out of 10. Price is too high. The price is wrong. And they said that in the little excerpt that everybody reads. The steep price of $450. $500 with the game. ROG Ally comes out. $1,000. $1,000. And while yes, they did say the elephant in the room, they did do that. I agree. But in the exit, there was nothing on price. Not a single word. In that excerpt that everybody reads, that score next to it, that big old 9 that they gave it, and there was not a thing about that system being $1,000. You know what they said? It was worth it. So let me get this straight. And thank you for the 10. Shout out to George FT. Thank you for the $10 donor. Let me read this off. It says, happy Friday, OJ. I don't know what criteria IGN had for reviewing PC handhelds and Switch 2 and if they were consistent with it. They gave the PS Portal an 8 out of 10. The Switch 2 is like, according to them, it's like the worst portable device review-wise. which is complete nonsense with the backwards compatibility, with the emulation, with all of the stuff carrying over. How could it be a 7? 8 minimum. If you give a PS Portal an 8, a Switch 2 is an 8 minimum. You know? Sent you proof on X? All right, I got you. So, thank you so much, George FT, with another $10 dono. I just can't prove it. But the fact that they wrote a hit piece article on the Switch 2 before it launched, and they hyped up the ROG Ally, where she was just talking about ROG Ally. Oh, there's going to be more powerful ones, and she didn't even mention price. Then the Switch 2 comes out and they mention $450 apparently is the most expensive thing. It's the steepest price. Oh my God. And then the ROG Ally comes out, the $1,000 ROG Ally, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, the price, but it's worth it. And then in the little excerpt, they mention price. In the 7 out of 10 for the Switch 2, they mention the price. But in the 9 out of 10 for the ROG Ally, they don't mention the price of $1,000? Bro, I can't prove it, but I'm almost positive that Asus sponsors them. Listen, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Like 3 times. This is the 3rd instance within a span of June, July, August, September, October. In 4 months, this is the 3rd instance of some Asus BS, some pricing double standard nonsense. 3 times in 4 months? Nah, fam. It's too much to be. It's not a coincidence. And I know it's different review. No, like, come on, man. Like, I can't prove it, but I'm almost positive they are. It's definitely, there's some type of marketing deal with Asus. There's some type of marketing deal with them. A 9 out of 10 for a $1,000 handheld that can't play all of your Xbox games? And that has some bugs and glitches? Are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. So yeah. Let's see here. All right, so let's take a look at this right here. Shout outs to Chrono Rig with the $5 dono. It says, my favorite part of this ROG review, at the end of the review, they give conditions and caveats for who this is for, LOL. Yeah, it's like, they're already conditioning it to accept the $1,000 price tag. You know? Asus ROG Ally review. 9 out of 10. ROG Ally X review. 9 out of 10. From easy to use Xbox full screen experience to excellent performance from the AMD Z2 Extreme. The Asus ROG Xbox Ally X is easily the best handheld gaming PC. This is the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X. Asus ROG Ally X. Okay, this is just the regular. The Asus ROG Ally X is simply the best handheld gaming PC on the market right now, with more and faster memory and double the... Okay, it got cut off, but there you go. Asus ROG Ally review. ROG Ally has the potential to be a serious contender against the Steam Deck. While it's not perfect, there's a lot to love about this powerful new handheld. Nintendo Switch 2 review. The Nintendo Switch 2 is a vital upgrade over the original Switch if that's the only way you've been able to play games for the last 8 years. But improvements are mostly... Can we get the rest of it? Let me look and see so we can read the rest of that. The rest of that review. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. But yeah, that's a good one though. That's a good one. Always watching from a distance. I can't prove it, man. I can't prove it, but Nintendo Switch 2 review IGN. Alright. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Who wrote it? By Tom Marks? I don't know who Tom Marks is. Let's see here. Let me see the... Okay, yeah, good. The Nintendo Switch 2 is a vital upgrade over the original Switch, if that's the only way you've been able to play games for the last 8 years, but the improvements are mostly playing catch-up, and a big price jump makes this sequel system about as exciting as a long overdue phone upgrade in the larger scheme of things. A big price jump. So where is that same where is that same logic with the $1,000 system? A big price jump? So $350, right, to $450. So it's $100 price jump. The ROG Ally's price jump is like hundreds of dollars. The ROG Ally X? How much is the regular ROG Ally? It's definitely more than 100. And I know it's different people. But what is the criteria? Like, there's got to be some type of criteria that you're judging systems on. So for some people, it's the price jump is too big. But for the Xbox, ROG Ally, no, it's okay. There's got to be some type of standards for a system review. It can't be a problem for a price jump with one system, but then another system, it's not a problem. How does that even make sense? Like, you've got to have some type of general guideline for a review. Like, it's a $100 price jump from, well, now it's a $50 price jump, but at the time that the system came out, it was a $100 price jump. Their Ally X even had a sponsored links to buy the system, which IGN stated with a disclaimer they received the cut from. It's pretty... Okay, so that right there tells you, but I think that there's even a deal before that. Like, they talked about good reviews before that, in my opinion. Like, obviously, yeah, a sponsored link deal, that's obviously great, because you give it a great score, or it's great for them. You give it a great score, people go, oh, I want one now, you know? So yeah. Let's talk about this though. We got to talk about this. I'm going to go to their Xbox ROG Ally X review. I want to read that I want to read that one thing that they put there. Search Xbox Ally X review. Xbox. Oh, what is this? Oh my god, it's better just their search bar sucks. Let me just use Xbox ROG Ally X review IGN. All right. So there you go. Yeah, their search bar sucks compared to actually just using the search bar from there. Big price jump. Remember, guys, big price jump. Big price jump. All right, so Xbox ROG Ally. Wait, who is this girl? Articles. Yep. I'm looking, trying to research the writer, what she's written. The reviews. Can the Switch 2 actually handle 4K? Oh, God. I want to see... This wasn't the same lady who wrote that stupid article about Switch 2 has to look out for portable PCs. Yeah, Xbox Asus ROG Ally X review. All right, here we go. All right, let me read the ending. What the? Give me the full. Where's the article? I don't. Okay, yeah, here we go. Purchasing guide. Got links. Let me see this where she says elephant in the room. Full screen experience. Performance. Battery life. That's great. Price. The Asus ROG Xbox ROG Ally's price is kind of the elephant in the room. At $999, not only is it more expensive than the $799 ROG Ally, ROG Ally X, so it's a $100 price increase over the ROG Ally X. And if you're comparing it to the previous generation, right, of ROG Ally, it's because that's what they did with the Switch 1 to Switch 2. It's well more than, it's what, $300? $200 to $300 over the ROG Ally. What that was at launch, right? I think that was like $600 or $700. So it's $200 to $100 more expensive. I ain't showing the picture of the reviewer. I see what you're trying to do. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. No, man. I know what he's trying to do. I know this. I ain't getting caught. But it's as you expect, Nick93. Nick, it's as you expect, my man. So whatever you're trying to think, trust me, it's that. Oh my gosh. Whatever you're thinking, Nick, it's that. It is, yes, it's that. I'm gonna say yes, it's that. So yeah, the price, Xbox ROG Ally X's price is kind of the elephant in the room. $999. Not only is it more expensive than the $799 ROG Ally X, but it's twice the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Steam Deck. Everything is getting more expensive lately, and while the Asus ROG Ally X is certainly guilty of this, it's actually pretty reasonably priced compared to other similar devices that have launched in the last year. So with the Switch 2, it's a steep price increase. They've written multiple articles. 3 articles now? 2 or 3 articles saying the steep price. It's so much more expensive. Big price jump. But with the ROG Ally, hundreds of dollars more than the previous one. $1,000 overall. $100 over just the Xbox ROG Ally X. The Asus ROG Ally X. It's okay. Man. What's all that about? Okay. And now here comes the examples. How come the Switch 2 didn't get any examples? Wait a minute. For instance, they're out here trying to say the Lenovo Legion Go starts at $1,099 with a weaker processor, with the Z2 Extreme model costing as much as $1,479. Then the MSI Claw A8, which hasn't even launched in the US and is out in the UK right now for £850, which is around $1,135. And more likely, once more tariffs are worked into the equation, handhelds are getting more expensive. But for devices with the Z2 Extreme, the Asus ROG Ally X is actually one of the most affordable right now. Plus, the other devices aren't launching with the Xbox full screen experience, which will put Xbox Ally X on another level until Microsoft releases it for other Windows gaming PCs sometime next year. This is ridiculous. We've got built-in damage control. How come the Switch 2 was not compared to other devices in terms of power? Where was the comparison with Steam Deck? Where was the price comparison with any other handheld that was out at the same time in terms of any other system? In terms of what the Switch 2 could do? With the DLSS capabilities running Cyberpunk the way that it did? Where were those comparisons when it was punching far above its weight? How is this even? They built in damage control with this. But with the Switch 2, it's a steep price. Where is the built-in price comparisons with Switch 2? By the way, this is the second time that they've done this. On the actual review for the Switch 2, they said it's a steep price. They didn't do any comparisons per power. They said, oh, it's a long overdue upgrade. They didn't do any comparisons. And then when they when they wrote the article for the Switch 2, they didn't do any comparisons either because it was before the system was even out. They didn't even know how powerful it was or not for the price that you're getting it for. They didn't even know how powerful it was or not. Where's the price comparisons and the power for price and power for what? Where's all that with Switch 2? Where's, oh, you get this custom NVIDIA DLSS technology that's going to, like I said, punch well. Where's that at? In the compare, where's the, what is this? What is this? Guys, some people, they'll call this fanboy shilling and stuff. It is not, bro. There is a serious problem with your review scale. If one reviewer is allowed to build in damage control by comparing other systems and comparing it for, which you're supposed to do, by the way. You're supposed to do that. So I'm not angry that they do that. My problem is that it wasn't reciprocated with the Nintendo Switch 2. Why? There needs to be guidelines for this. If a review is supposed to be complete and you're compared to its contemporaries, so you've got to, obviously they're comparing it to Switch 1, it's way stronger than the Switch 1. So how is it a steep price? Where is the caveats and all that for it? You mentioned steep price increase and all this type of stuff. Second article that they wrote, they didn't even use the price of portable PCs. They just said it's too expensive multiple times in that article when they tried to say that portable ROG Ally is better and they don't need anything else and Switch 2 has to deal with this. Switch 2 outsold every single handheld PC in like a month, less than a month. Like where is the same? Like I said, guys, this is, I would say the same thing if it was any other system. This is double like there's got to be better. IGN's got to be better than this. There's got to be a standard that you hold the reviews to. You can't say price and use comparisons to other systems for price for power and use that as a factor into a review in terms of what people are going to buy and then completely omit that with the Switch 2 because you do not know. Because you do not know or you do not feel like comparing it like what you should have done with the Steam Deck and should have said, yeah, it's much stronger than the Steam Deck, which it's stronger than the Steam Deck, which it is stronger than the Steam Deck. It's going to get you better results when developers actually make games built specifically for it. That should have been part of the review, which it's part of my review. It's part of RGT's review. It's part of actual real people that are not paid off reviews. But for some reason with the Switch 2, for some reviewers, it wasn't part of that. So I've seen the whole Switch 2's overpriced thing multiple times. Clearly, it's not at this point. Now that we're seeing the prices that you have to get these high-end experiences on the go, you need to spend $1,000? No. This is clearly, there's something wrong. There's something wrong and broken with this. There's something wrong and broken with it, man. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Got my Ally X for $360 before tariff price hikes. Ally X for $360. That's pretty good. Handhelds are only cheaper if the manufacturer has a marketplace to subsidize it. That's why the Steam Deck is cheaper. But I'm just saying, even for like the power that you get within the Steam Deck, Steam Deck is actually more expensive, right? The OLED Steam Deck is more expensive than the Switch 2. But obviously it's a higher quality, like, you know, you get more memory, you get like more, you know, stuff like that. But in terms of like the power of the system, that seemed to be omitted from a lot of these reviews for Switch 2. They'll just talk about the price. My problem is the double standards. That's my problem, is like, if you're reviewing hardware, that should be a part of every single review. Oh, steep price. Okay, let's compare it to other things that are around the same price and power or whatever and compare from there. Because she's saying that it's an elephant in the room, but oh well. It's literally, she builds in complete excuses for it being $1,000. Oh, well, Legion Go's more expensive. All these other systems that nobody really actually cares about, that the internet shills like as if these are some great systems. Legion Go and all this crap that nobody actually buys. So I guess since everybody has these overpriced massive PC handhelds, that makes this one okay. That's essentially what's going on there. That's crazy. That is cray. Massive Reeking with the $5 dono.
People are going to see prices for all these consoles and handheld PCs and automatically navigate to Nintendo Switch in price alone. Tears of joy, tears of joy.
Yeah, which they're already doing that. See all the people getting Pokemon Legends ZA. So, I don't know, man. You know? This definitely very, 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 very weird. So, you know, very, 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 very weird. I'm watching you, IGN. You paid off by Asus. I just can't prove it. But one of these days I will. I'll prove it. I'm watching. I'm onto you. Like a hawk. Onto you, IGN. I'm onto you. Can't prove it. But I'm onto you. Surprise. So surprise. Man. I'm on to you though. Who cares about IGN reviews? They're known to do this because they are known because they do this. They don't have shame. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody actually truly cares. I'm just saying. You know. This is what I'm seeing out there. This is the stuff that I'm seeing out there, man. I'm seeing this type of stuff out there. That's all I'm trying to say. You know? So that's all I'm trying to say. Always in the background. I know, man. I'm oh man, I'm waiting. I'm there. Shot X with the 10 says surprise, mother. Yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Combo breaks, and you guys know the deal. JoJo Friday surprise. You know what the funniest thing is? I watched Dexter back then. Like the whole like Dokes and surprise and all that. I watched it, and the greatest thing about that show is that when it was kind of like, it wasn't before meme culture, but it was before like the internet culture that we have right now. And when I watched the show, nobody thought of it as like a silly, memeable show. It was literally seen as a serious, you know, show. Like that's like pretty hard, like pretty serious in terms of the theme. You know, the white guy that he's always looking at, that guy's a serial killer, but he only kills people that are incredibly terrible people, like the worst of the worst. And like he tortures these people, right? But he's also a forensic people that take the pictures, like crime scene photographer. But he also knows a ton about forensics. Like he's super smart as well. But anyway, that black guy Dokes he's on to him. He thinks that he's like, yo, you seem to always be in the right place at the right time and in weird places that you shouldn't be, because he's not a detective, you know? But of course, Dexter needs to solve like the clues and find out who did this horrible crime, you know, so he can torture them himself. And of course, Dokes is on to him, you know. But when I watched the show, it was seen as serious. Outside of the surprise, like we used to make fun of like the surprise, but that was a whole meme that was a thing like a decade ago almost, when people would be like, surprise, and like that black guy would just come out of nowhere, surprise. That's what you'd always say to Dexter, like to the white guy, was like, surprise. So that was a meme for a while, then that kind of died down. Now this came back, the whole I just can't like. So the fact that it has two separate decades of memes is incredible.
I think Baron Black and Nintengod might be the same person, but I just can't prove it. Lol face with monocle.
Oh my gosh. Yo! Yo, we got it. I got you. I'll get you one. I'll get you one for that one, bro. We'll get you one. We'll get you one for that. We'll get you one for that. Oh my gosh. Just can't prove it. Surprise. Oh my goodness. That's yo, man, that was great. Oh my god, man. That was fantastic, J2. That was fantastic. Oh my gosh, that was great. That was legitimately one of the best dono notification, like the most timely best dono notifications that we've ever gotten. He said, I think Blackbeard and Tengad might be the same person. Just can't prove it. That's true. I just can't prove it. We can't prove it. Can't prove it though. Almost at 150 combo breaker for tonight. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much, man. 7 combos away. Oh my goodness, bro. This is funny. It's just funny. It's a funny thing. It's a funny thing. Doug says, I think his face is funny because he's bald and just a mustache. Usually you go like bald and beard, but back then beards weren't like popping like beards are popping now, you know. Back then, you know, if you were bald, you're usually clean shaven. You're like the Mr. Clean look was usually the look that bald people went with, Mr. Clean, you know, or chin strap, small thin chin strap or Mr. Clean. But now the Kratos bald and beard, you know, that's the combo that people go with now. But back then, you know, it's not what it was. But it was funny because it kind of looks like a little bit of like an egghead, you know, kind of like Megamind-ish a little bit. But if he had a beard, it would have balanced it out. It wouldn't be anywhere near as funny if he had a beard. If he had a beard, it wouldn't be as funny because it'd be like, okay, he's got a beard. It looks like, you know, he looks more serious. But the fact that he's bald with the kind of like almost like a Führer stash, you know? Ball with that little stash that he's got, man. Like, yeah, man, I don't know, fam. Like, that just looks funny to me. So it makes it more comedic, you know, with that bald, shiny head and no beard, like with that little stash that he's got. So yeah. But if he had like a full beard, it wouldn't be as funny. I don't know if it'd even be memeable. Like, it wouldn't anywhere be as, but the fact that he's so shiny, bald, and like, you know, clean cut, and then like he's buff, he's kind of like like a black Johnny Bravo, like that even makes it funnier. Like his build, because like, he's really built, you know. So like all that plays a part into the meme. Like if he was like taller, or if he was like if he was tall with the beard, man, it wouldn't even work. It wouldn't even be that funny. I mean, it'd be funny, but it wouldn't be that funny. But the fact that he's shorter, no beard, like little weirdo looking stash that people don't use no more like that, and super shiny ball, like polished head ball, like, oh, that just makes it even better, you know? That makes it even better. So Luke says, do you think there's another 2D Metroid in the making? Of course there is. Of course there is. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, he says, I'm crying laughing, right? Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I'm crying laughing right now. I am crying laughing right now, bro. That is great. That is so good. It's so good. Oh man. So good. All right, guys. I think I don't know, man. I think this is about all I can take for tonight. I am laughed out. I am laughed out. Tapped out, laughed out. So we're gonna end it for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to tonight's stream on JoJo Friday. boy. Yo, thank you guys so much for your support. Like I said, almost a platinum and a half. We're only 7 combos away from a platinum and a half, man. So thank you guys so much, dude. I appreciate it. If you haven't seen my most recent video, check it out. I talk about Switch 2 hitting some crazy numbers. So some good stuff there. So hit that like button before you guys go. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, he said I think Blackberry is Nintengon. I just can't prove it. That's true. We can't prove it. I asked him one time about it too. He's like, "Nah, I don't know who you're talking about." So that was the end of it for me. That was the end of my investigation. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. All right, shout outs though, guys. Appreciate y'all. Go watch my most recent vids. If you haven't seen my, if you've already seen that video, go watch it again. I had a new RPG news video too that a lot of you guys probably missed because I uploaded it pretty late yesterday. So go check out that vid too. And yeah, good stuff. Oh man, shout outs, guys. Thank you for your support though, for real. Thank you for your support. Good night. You guys have a good one. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for I think we're gonna have the Spawncast pre-show. We should have the Spawncast pre-show, and we should have the Spawncast tomorrow. So yeah, it should be fun. All right, guys, love y'all. We'll see you guys for the next one. All right, peace out. Always watching.